We are live. Brisbane Lions versus the Collingwood Magpies. This is a huge game. Not so much for Collingwood, but for the Brisbane Lions. They need to win this game to lock in third position, Jesse. What do you think is going to happen tonight?
I have tipped the Brisbane Lions. I just saw an interesting graphic there. The ladder over the last 9 games came up, and these are the 2 top teams. So Fremantle obviously have dropped 2 in their last 9, I suppose.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. Quite a form run both of these sides are in. And for Brisbane, yeah, that top 3 spot, obviously with the potential to go to the SCG rather than the Optus Stadium is a big
That's
draw.
a golden ticket now, isn't it?
It is. So percentage is also a factor. The more distance they can put between them and Collingwood makes it even harder for Hawthorn, who play West Coast this week.
So we actually, this has been a bit of a talking point with the fact that you guys are the unlucky team that have run into a team that really needs a percentage bump very, very quickly here. So do you worry for that game from a West Coast perspective that you're going to get absolutely mauled?
I haven't really thought about footy, to be honest with you, this week. It's also, obviously there's a lot going on in the AFL world at the moment, but also, round 24 of supporting West Coast, you're probably not thinking about the game anymore.
There's also that fact, last night, I did actually watch the football last night, but it was such a nothing of a game.
Yeah.
St Kilda, Gold Coast, playing for absolutely nothing. Although you did bring up just one slightly interesting thing before we actually went live.
Thanks.
And that was the St Kilda factor there.
Yeah.
That if, in a wild world, and I don't know how this would actually happen, but if Sydney were somehow on competitive integrity grounds were actually eliminated from the finals, the Saints would have been able to still fight for that spot.
Yeah.
And they still managed to lose a dead rubber.
Yeah, absolutely, which opens the door for GWS potentially. Obviously, there's so many hypotheticals there. But it did occur to me last night. I was like, the Saints could, just stay in touch a little bit here. But maybe it'll be the Giants. Who knows?
Opens the door for North.
Yeah, it does, yes.
It does open the door for North.
If 7 teams get banned.
Yeah, we're not
you mean this weekend?
Well, if we were to win this weekend and then that team is removed from the finals.
We can say that name.
Yeah, it's not a Voldemort situation.
No.
Yeah. So the Sydney Swans were removed from the finals. Then we'd be in.
Yes.
No.
No. I think
Still not. No.
you have.
No, the Giants would be.
Yeah.
If they win.
Yeah, well, if the Giants lose, though, St Kilda's still 11th.
We're underway here, Jesse.
We are. What a start. Logan Morris has taken a mark.
And it's looking particularly vibrant tonight on the BENQ Projector in 4K. The TK705 STI is a brilliant projector, the short drop projector that we've got sitting here with us, this beautiful silver box. I'm loving it.
Absolutely. It has changed the way we perceive football in this house. And for all True Footy subscribers, by the way, you get $100 off as well. If you check out the link in the description, in the chat and in the description, there's also a further $100 off if you become a member with BENQ as well. So potentially $200 off your purchase.
Brilliant, Jesse, brilliant. And Logan Morris has kicked the first goal for the Lions. We're a little bit surprised with the teams coming in, if I bring them up right now. So in for Brisbane was Ty Gallop.
Yep.
No surprises. Back from that suspension, essentially there. Out goes Dan Annable.
That's right. That was a while ago.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. For the Pies, Jeremy Howe and Still Sidebottom come in to get some match fitness coming into the finals. Noah Howes and Isaac Quain are out. Were you surprised that Collingwood didn't shuffle things a little bit more, maybe give players a rest? You're looking at obviously players like Nick Dacus who have played a lot of football. Darcy Cameron's probably another big one. Do you think they probably missed an opportunity here to rest?
I don't think so, personally.
Okay.
I think if I had to put myself into the shoes of Craig McRae, I reckon they would see this game as a big opportunity to prove their legitimacy. Obviously, in a great form run, the Lions tonight at the G would be a big scalp as they go inside 50 here. Ed Allen, who's had a great year, has kicked a goal.
Go!
And we're back to level pegging.
I hope this is a close game.
Yeah. I think McRae, if I had to guess, and evidenced by the selection, I would say that I think they see this as a big opportunity. Personally.
McRae's definitely he's that sort of fighter, isn't he? He doesn't really want to bring a knife to a gunfight.
No, that's right. I mean, obviously they've periodically rested Pendlebury and done tactical things like that throughout the year, but I reckon now it's the business end of the year. It's go time. So this is a big game. We didn't get your prediction. I have tipped the Lions.
I've tipped the Lions.
Okay.
I have tipped the Lions. But with that goal from Ed Allen, is it tempting me?
The Pies are playing well.
In
general.
I just feel Brisbane are probably going to be too strong given the gravity of the situation for them.
What are the ramifications for them if they lose this game?
They could finish 7th.
Is that right?
Yeah. They could finish 7th.
My word.
It's crazy because you still got Melbourne, the Cats and the Crows all breathing down their neck.
Yeah.
As Dane Zorko takes an intercept mark. I mean, Dane Zorko is a little bit of a sleeper in this Brisbane Lions team, I feel. Like he hasn't played particularly well for most of the season. If they were to get him back and firing, that'd go a long way for me.
It absolutely would. We do have someone in the chat asking me, the Great Wall of Jinby, Jesse, thoughts on Liam Duggan being out? I think he was just listed as managed.
Okay.
I did quickly have a look to see if he was dropped, but he's out as managed. So.
Was it potentially spoken about that he was dropped? Is that what?
Nah. Just I think the question was probably more like, are you happy to see him out? I'm going to assume. Not necessarily. Yeah, it was a bit of a surprise, I suppose. There was no suggestion, I don't think, in the media that he was going to be out. Just didn't get up, I suppose. And Zorko kicks wide at 2. Darcy Fort? No.
Brisbane, they look... If the pressure's on for Brisbane...
That's a mark, isn't it? No, must have been touched.
I had a bit of a study of these two teams coming into this game, Jesse, looking at the attack and the defence. It's actually quite incredible how much they're kind of two parallels of the spectrum as far as attack and defence. Like Brisbane are all out attack.
Yes.
Horrible defence comparatively.
Yeah.
Collingwood the complete opposite.
Yeah.
Struggle to get scores on the board, but defend particularly well.
Yeah, that does not surprise me. Yeah, the Lions' defence this year has been concerning. At times, obviously.
Yep.
Dacos finds the ball on the wing.
There's a part of me that thinks, though, that the Brisbane Lions are a little bit more susceptible against high-octane offence. Like we saw what the Giants did to them. I'm not sure a Collingwood's going to be able to inflict that sort of damage on them.
Is that a mark? Oh,
felt like a bit of a...
I think there was a payable mark there, maybe, for Crisp.
So maybe there was a payable free kick.
Yeah, that's what I mean, either or.
Yeah.
But could you argue that's a chop of the arms when it's that deep into the mark?
It was It was sort of clumsy. It was like you didn't really need to, but...
Yeah.
I feel like nobody really wanted the ball in that situation, though.
Yeah.
So they kind of got the right result.
Fair. The official UFL says, Sonny's win. I'm happy to end the season on a high note. Best of wishes to Ben King. Yes, he more or less confirmed that it was his last game.
I actually think it's a good time to just have a little bit of a conversation as we get some repeat stoppages here in Collingwood's front half. The Suns, over the last month in our trade videos and whatnot, we've talked a lot about the fact that they've, potentially have an exodus of players going out the door. It's been a horrible season. And you can't get away from the fact that it's been a horrible season. Josh Dacos.
Poor kick.
Yep.
Gallop.
He's back.
The horseman.
The horseman, yeah. There's two horsemen in our dreams, Jesse. One of which is Leo Steed. Someone should do like a graphic of Leo Steed with like the body, his body, and
like
then like
centaur?
the horse. Yeah, centaur. Yeah, exactly. And Ty Gallop too.
Yeah, they should.
And then they should get one and have them both in it.
Could you make a team of horse-related surnames? Probably not.
You probably could. We'll get to that. I just wanted to make this point on Tim Membry takes a mark inside 50 for the Pies. The Suns, it felt like utter carnage. In the end, it looks like, Bailey Humphrey's obviously re-signed. Jed Walters re-signed as well. Mm-hmm. They've only lost Ben King, who the criticism around Ben King has been only get your goals, right? From a systematic point of view, he's probably not the most necessary player. Have they actually got out of this okay, given that most of this season now, in the end, because it was a write-off, they ended up playing a lot of young players? They've probably... I feel like it's... At the end of all of this, it's a massive silver lining how it's turned out for them.
Oh, absolutely. I think it hinged on the Bailey Humphrey re-signing, personally. I think that was kind of the domino that could have unleashed further hell. You know what I mean? I think it was a huge sign that he re-signed. I
completely agree with you. What I'll say is I think that if you had to keep one of Walter or Ben King, I actually think they've kept the right one.
Yeah. And to be honest, like, they're spoiled a little bit there to have both. If other clubs lost their primary key forward, not all of them would have a Jed Walter top 3 pick from a couple of years ago waiting in the wings. So, they're well placed. So I think from a list point of view, they're all good. Obviously, the murmurings are starting to start around 2027. Noah Anderson, Matt Rao, both free agents. Yeah. So they'll need to have another good year.
I think the Humphrey and Walter staying is the tick of approval.
Yes. Yeah, true. Yeah, both of those were good signings. As Collingwood have started well here, Will Hayes has also got a bit of the ball. He's lining up for goal now. Got 35 in the chat, guys. Thank you for being here. Chuck a like on the stream if you don't mind.
Oh, there was a suspicious handball from Pendlebury coming out of that.
Did we go on live on Sideline?
Yep.
We are?
Yep.
Perfect. Thank you. Well, hello to those listening on Sideline. I just wanted to check. We discussed it, and here we go. Will Hayes lining up for a behind.
Shadow Light says, evening, gents. Do you know that Jack Darling has kicked 35 goals so far this year and is only 5 goals off from making Corns get his running shoes on? Are you aware of that bet?
Yes, that was last year, wasn't it?
It was last year.
Yeah, but still kind of applies, I think. You can still have bragging rights if he notches 40.
It's actually it's in some ways more impressive that he's done it in year 2.
That's true, yeah. Yeah.
But then at the same time, North have improved at the same time, right?
Yeah, still, I think Corns' original criticism was like, that's not a good recruit.
Why pick him up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, he's been okay.
Yeah.
That's see that there from Swaddling, like I don't mind it, but that's what he does a lot, right? Like he's an accumulator, and he's not the most aggressively like forward-thinking player. He will retreat a lot like that.
I did actually miss who you said. Sorry.
Swaddling.
Swaddling. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Lachie Neale retreats.
Yeah.
Kicking for the opposite team. Going backwards, mate. You're not there yet.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, that's good. That's actually good.
Yeah.
I forgot about that narrative.
Yeah, true.
For tonight's game. A little dress rehearsal for Lachie Neale.
Yeah. Yeah, he still needs to prove himself after those Brownlows. That's a poor kick from Berry.
He does. So, yeah, the Collingwood recruiters are like, he didn't play that well against us, though. Can we do this? Oh, no, shocking turnover.
Oh,
and Zorko has missed.
Doesn't look like a good kick. Oh, it's hit the post. It was better than I thought. I thought he was actually going to get intercepted.
What was the who did the turnover there? Who committed the sin?
I looked away.
Speaking of...
intercept, Wilmot.
That's...
Hipwood finds...
Ashcroft.
Yep. Oh, he's played on very quickly, but
well done.
Does well.
Yeah, well done.
Is that McKenna? Who's kicked that?
It is. He's got a nice tinge of grey to his ruffling feathers.
Yeah.
McKenna.
Feathers.
Looks very majestic.
He does.
With the grey tips. Yeah, that was really, really well done. Wilmot with the turnover there. Hipwood, actually, the player that found a nice little pass. I mean, Hipwood can sort of do some stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then he can just be absolutely terrible as well. Nice little handball there from Levi Ashcroft. That's where he does his best work. I had a question. Another player that wants to go to Collingwood is Jake Stringer.
Yeah, true.
We talked about him in our trade rumours episode.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think this is a case of he wants to get there, but there's not a lot of chance of it actually happening? Or do you think... Where's it coming from, I suppose?
I don't actually think there's no chance of it happening. What I suspect is Collingwood are just not committing fully. And I do wonder if they're looking at like a Jesse Hogan and they've got him on the hook. Yep. There's also a suggestion that Hogan might go to the Gold Coast Suns. They're also looking for a mature key forward. So I think it's a case of Collingwood saying, we'd probably like Hogan for the structural piece, but because he's no guarantee, Stringer's the backup. And you wouldn't get both. That's probably my read of the situation without knowing.
Yep.
But Stringer basically said he's going to Victoria next year. He said that was his last Giants game. So
and his manager's been on the radio. Will
Washcroft has missed.
Washy.
It was nice.
He tried to spin that back. That was a little offy.
Yeah.
Little. You're a cricketer.
I know. Australia got done by Bangladesh.
They did.
And I was actually at the pub. I was watching North and Geelong, the big screen. You could see Australia v Bangladesh on the other screen.
Yeah.
And I was talking to my friend and I was like, I can't believe we're going to lose this test in Bangladesh. And then she looked it up and it was in Darwin. And I was like, it's in Australia. I didn't even realise that. Shows how much of a fan I am. But I was like, these tough tropical conditions.
Yeah. Oh, dear.
That's crazy. I kind of hope. Cricket's the one sport where I'm like, I kind of like seeing Australia lose every now and then, like my team. Like when the West Indies beat us. Not the Ashes, but like if Bangladesh beats us, I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah. It is fair. Like, there's always in like every sport on the globe, doesn't matter, even in domestic leagues and stuff, there's a bad guy. There's like the team that's the bad guy team.
Mm.
Like in world football, it's Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Right? We're that in cricket.
Yeah.
We're a bit of a pack of cunts.
I don't know if that was always the perception. I suppose like England's always thought of us that way. But I think like, you go back to when we were kids and like the Ricky Ponting, Steve Waugh kind of eras. I feel like we were kind of revered at the same time.
Oh, we
Like,
were respected.
Yeah, like if you went to India, like those, and to some extent this day, like I know I have a lot of Indian friends. They would like, I love that Australian cricket team. So, but I think the
Yes.
perception has changed now. We're a bit more of the villain, as you say.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe I felt like that team, though, it was as good as they were quite an arrogant team.
Yeah, they were fierce, but they kind of got away with it because they were
were so good.
Whereas this,
Yeah.
like since then, we've never recaptured that level of dominance. So
Yeah.
we just kind of look like dickheads when we fail.
It reminds me, I don't know, for some reason it reminds me of that like Real Madrid Champions League winning, when they won 3 Champions Leagues in a row with Zidane, and they had
Yeah.
like Sergio Ramos, and he was always doing like some cynical shit,
Yeah,
but they got over the line. So at the end of the day, like you can't not respect them.
yeah, that's right. Yeah. Score is 14-8 Brisbane's way, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
Gary Masala, does North tank for the top 5 pick?
Oh, this is a big one. I did a little,
Yeah, it's
little
gonna-
Insta reel on this
You
today.
did.
No, they don't.
No.
And I'm not like doing that. I'm not advocating for it. It's actually a really interesting situation. Like, obviously, the fact that we play Sydney, who are in the media this week for the wrong reasons, and the fact that they're going to be losing 3 of their best players means that we're more likely to beat them. And in a way, I wish we probably did just lose this game. It will be a nice metric to get to 10 wins, though. I think that's big for the team in general. But at the same time, there is a part of me going like, we're actually like by finish.
It's a goal to Ashcroft.
Gee, that just snuck in.
It just snuck in.
It's a lot to give up though for this win.
Yeah.
We're basically jumping 2 places in the draft at the top end
And the extra first pick.
and the extra first round pick.
So it's the choice of like pick 6 and pick 4 and 21 or 22.
Yeah, and if you want to put it into a player perspective, it's like you might miss Heath Melody, Drever, that type of player.
Yeah.
So you're back a little bit further. You're into the Milady, Mitch Harris
Yeah.
conversation probably.
Mind you, that's probably not so bad for North.
Yeah, it's not so bad.
Yeah.
It kind of depends who you want though, right?
Yeah.
And then, because the way that I see it is that compensation pick probably gives you one of those potential other key defenders, like
Tyson Bradley.
a Tyson
yeah.
Bradley.
Or, Clancy Snell. It's hard to read where Snell is. Like, he's still ranked highly by Toomey. And I think ESPN as well. Dacos comes out of the centre. With 3 goals, Brisbane's way to 1 Collingwood's.
The player for me that's interesting is Coda Edwards. I'm not 100% sure why
He slipped a little. Yeah.
for everybody except for me.
Yeah, right. Interesting.
He almost like for me, the national champs reinforced for me that he was good.
Yeah, okay.
And everybody else seems to have gone the other way on him. I know there's been I've seen a few people talking about his kicking, and they were talking specifically about his kicking efficiency. He went at 55% in the champs, but he also had the highest forward half possessions of any player in the champs as well from the midfielders.
Yeah.
Comparing and even against he had more possessions in the front half than Teixeira, Butler, those types of players.
So you sort of compared him to, oh my God, is that Zorko? No, it's McKenna again.
McKenna,
This guy's having a great year.
Yeah, what do you call people with grey hair again? The
Silver
fox.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
what I wanted. Yeah.
Yeah. You've sort of compared him to a little bit to Murphy Reid.
Yes.
And would you say he's a more contested version, but maybe not as skillful?
Yeah, he's extremely skillful by hand. He's definitely got the best
Gross.
hands in the crop. Yeah, he's very handsy. Which is, I'd say that's similar to Murphy Reid.
Is that goal of the year? Considering the smother, I reckon there's a chance that's goal of the year.
It depends how deliberate it is. Is that like, do you reckon he's actually gone for that?
Do you reckon it matters? I don't know if it matters.
I don't know.
I think he has gone
I think
for
it
it. Yeah.
matters.
Intercept,
I wanna see from
defensive
this-
effort, and then
defensive effort?
volley.
Oh,
or
I
half
think he
volley.
has.
Yeah, that's a goal.
He's gone for that.
I reckon that's close to goal of the year. I'd
That
need
is.
to see them all together.
That's a sick goal.
I didn't realise the little hand in was his at first.
And I reckon the fact that I think that was deliberate is because he's a Gaelic player. And
Yeah, true.
they like
True.
that kind of stuff, don't they? Off
Yes.
the ground.
Gee, Collingwood in a little bit of strife here with Brisbane have just surged. There was a bit of a poor moment there before with Houston as well.
Oh, the little curve back as well.
I
in
love
Frampton.
that goal.
That's a great shot. You just don't expect to concede a goal like that.
No.
You just feel with Brisbane, when they bring this sort of intensity to the start of a game, like they just win.
Yeah. This is the sort of Brisbane that Fremantle would be looking at going, rats.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure they'll back themselves against Brisbane, but at the same time, you'd rather not see them play like this.
I am adamant that for Fremantle specifically, a weak Brisbane is a good Brisbane to them.
Oh, yeah. I think Brisbane are their only real threat at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of funny, isn't it, with the Sydney thing, because I don't think we really rated them anyway.
No.
Loman. Oh, gee, that looked exactly like the Zorko kick from a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
He's having a good year too, actually, Loman. Was he in the 22 and under? Or is he older than that?
Sorry, Loman.
Loman.
Too old. Too old by 1 year, I reckon.
Yeah, okay.
I think it's 2022 draft and under. So, like, your oldest in this team would have been Sheasel, Ashcroft didn't be, etc.
Gotcha. I think I wanted to ask you about the North Melbourne. Like, what's your take on the North Melbourne thing with the draft? Oh, no, we're talking about Coda Edwards.
We were,
That's where we got to.
Yeah. I just asked the comparison for Murphy Reid, and I think that goal happened.
Yeah. I think that player, and like this is where Murphy Reid is really, really good in the system that he plays in Freo. They're obviously that, like, they've been criticised a lot in the past, Freo, for not putting speed on the ball themselves, if that makes sense. But they do that contest to contest sort of game style where they kick it long. And I think Reid's a big part of how they put speed on the ball because he wins that contest and he shoots through this really sort of expansive handball that just opens the game up. And then they've got like the Boltons and the really speedy guys, Dudley's in there.
Yeah.
They can generate the speed off what Murphy Reid does from the contest. And I think that's kind of what Coda Edwards does.
Yeah, okay.
Like he's such a good contest player and his hands, and he's quite robust and he's very physical. So the fact that maybe he's not the best kick. I think his kicking is okay.
Yeah.
And there's a bit of athletic development there with him. Like looking at some of his preseason testing numbers, very, very strong.
Well, that was good from Collingwood. They kind of sliced him open there a little bit.
Angry.
There was just a few passages there where Collingwood sort of unforced errors from perceived pressure.
Yeah.
Real or perceived at times. Just let themselves down.
Yeah, they got there in the end. Yeah, you're right. You're spot on. A couple of fumbles.
Yeah, there was a Houston one. I think there was another Anderson one, if I'm not mistaken. Or Ed Allen, one of them.
Yeah, it was Anderson.
Yeah.
In that previous play.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think with Edwards, the fact that you can play midfield and as a
goal,
as a high forward as well.
Yeah.
I think that's a bonus. I don't know. I can't see him going too far out of the top 10.
Yeah.
You a fan?
Yeah, I've seen less, obviously, but I think so. I would have thought around the 10 at least.
Interesting.
But yeah, that was a surprise to me. One of the biggest surprises was I think ESPN had him 20. I'm not sure do you remember where Toomey had him?
20.
20 as well. Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Or maybe ESPN had him at 19 or something.
I've seen another few that have had him the same as well. So that'll be an interesting one.
Yeah.
Yeah, who else is in that?
Wonder where Andy had him.
Oh dear.
Spinkscapes actually said, aren't Collingwood basically saying to Ed Allen that he'll have to wait for contract negotiations until they've sorted out some bigger fish options that is Neil and Butters? Yeah, that was sort of came out today. His contract will sort of depend on whether they can get their other targets. So a little bit of an opportunity for other clubs there.
Absolutely.
I think he wants to stay, but if a team's serious about getting him, the opportunity is there.
Oh, McStay nearly pulled that down.
He did, yeah.
Draper.
Thanks for being here, guys. 59 on YouTube. Chuck a like on the stream if you don't mind. We're also live on Sideline FM, and we're watching on the BENQ TK705 SDI Projector, which is just a fantastic viewing experience. You can check it out with a link in the chat or in the description, and you get $100 off for being a True Footy subscriber.
Pies are holding on.
They have made a little resurgence the last 5 minutes. They've suddenly got territory, repeat entries, got a goal, obviously, and they needed a response. Cause
they do look relatively dangerous when they go inside 50. Like you've seen some of those, that McStay fly nearly pulled that down.
Yeah, the Anderson goal, they just sort of went end to end and found a loose player.
Yeah.
So Brisbane's defence obviously being a little bit exposed there.
Oscar Allen.
Yep.
Involved. Here he is. Looks weird with the number 4.
Yeah.
Don't know. It's just like number 4 to me feels like such a midfield number.
Yeah, like a 180 something centimetre
yeah.
player.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, what other key forwards have been number 4?
I don't know. Like, I don't know if there may be no validity to that. What number wasn't Lockett 4?
I'm not as old as you.
I think Lockett was number 4. Like, there's probably no validity. It just, I don't know. For some reason, it feels weird.
Anderson again, uncontested mark inside 50. Brisbane,
Wow.
exposed a little bit here. Collingwood moving the ball well.
I'm going to give you a little bite, a little nugget here, Jesse.
Oh, good.
So,
I didn't know we had nuggets.
who is older tonight?
I would have... Ooh, you saucy devil. I would have thought with how...
We'll talk about the football later.
Yeah. You're older. You're older than me. Well, I would have thought with Sidebottom... Has he missed that? That's a bad miss.
Angry.
Sidebottom and Howe back in. I would have thought Collingwood again.
No.
It's still Brisbane?
It's Brisbane.
Because I knew that Collingwood's age dropped massively, but, they've still got Pendlebury and Sidebottom and Howe playing.
I've got 27.7 as the average age for the current team lineup for Brisbane and 27.5 for the Pies.
Yeah, right. Wow, there you go.
Yep.
I mean, they're both still very old sides, but interesting.
Yeah. Average matches 140 to 158 in Brisbane with more.
Yeah. There you go. So we did sort of see the Cats rebuild via stealth over time a few years ago. And this could be the beginning of Collingwood's. Obviously, I think some injuries were playing a factor in that.
The big difference, though, I think with the Cats and the Pies at the moment is the Cats were consistently able to get quality, like big name signings in.
Sure, yeah, like Bailey Smith being one of them. Who would have been like 24.
Jeremy Cameron at one point.
At the time.
Bailey Smith, Dangerfield at one point as well.
Yeah.
Going back. And then they've just sort of, they've been able to consistently sort of add up.
Sorry, not Tanner Bruhn.
Bose.
Well, Tanner Bruhn, yes, but Bose, yes. Who am I thinking of? Ollie Henry was the other one.
Oh, Ollie
I was
Henry,
trying to think.
yeah. Not that he's set the world on fire, but...
No, just the age profile.
Handy pickups.
Yeah. Is it young guys that they traded in?
Yep. And then they've had just some real success with late recruits.
Yeah.
Ollie Dempsey.
Lawson Humphries. Shannon Neal's been a good recruit as well. I think in the second round of 2021.
I mean, even Max Holmes, right?
2023.
2020?
I'm trying to think, when was Shannon Neal drafted? 22, 21?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Off the top of my head.
That's cool.
Holmes picked 20.
Yeah, 2020 draft.
In a fairly horrendous draft otherwise.
I mean, that's almost the pick that's shaped them.
Yeah, it is.
You take that out, and that's a big player to lose in the draft where very few teams got something out of it. Here we go, Charlie Cameron in the pocket. Little ball just held up on him. He does pretty well.
I mean, genuinely with them, you talked about Bailey Smith that they got for pick 17.
Yeah.
You take away Bailey Smith and Max Holmes, there's no midfield.
Yeah. So someone just said Shannon Neal was 2020, was he? Well, that makes that draft even better.
God.
Is that right? I got to double check that because I didn't know they got both players in the same draft.
Little fact check there.
Yeah, he's 2002 born, so...
Spinkscape's just outing me for being old.
Yeah, wow.
2020, was it?
Yeah.
I suppose
that's one
makes
hell of a
sense.
draft.
Oh, it's great.
Thank you, Great Wall of Jimby, for pointing that out.
Neil 2020. Frigid MDCCLXIV says, I think every team should get at least one primetime game. Obviously, top teams more, bottom teams less. Brisbane versus Richmond at Gabba would be at least one team is good and the other is a big Vic club.
Yeah, has Richmond got any Friday nights this year? They would have had Carlton.
Carlton game. That would have been a Thursday.
Yeah, that's true. West Coast got 2 Friday nights.
Did they?
And they were both, we got the Derby and the Adelaide Crows in Perth.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dacos. Looks good. We're back to 6 points.
Bang. Come Pies. Stay in this for us.
Oh, I think they will. I think this game is ebbed and flowed, and at the moment it's flowing Collingwood's way.
I do feel like if you can stay with Brisbane, you can land a big one on them at some point and they can crumble.
Yeah, fair.
It's a nice play from the half-back line. I think that was from a stoppage, actually.
Gee, Craig McRae's a great coach, isn't he? Like a third of their team ripped out, and he still gets them playing good end-to-end football.
Yeah, all these like guys just playing, like even like, to be honest, like you look at a player like Ed Allen, not super talented.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say, but what they've got out of him.
Yeah. Yeah, Anderson.
Yeah, look at how they just...
Rowan Steele dominating.
Rowan Steele. Draper down to Neil. It's a nice clearance from the Brisbane Lions.
Oh, it's a bit up and under from Ashcroft. Didn't help out Charlie Cameron.
They're out low.
The ball is out. Cameron finds Levi. Bit of a up and under kick inside 50.
Not a great kick, Levi Ashcroft.
No, that was particularly average, though, and I thought.
The 179-centimetre midfielder. On paper, like you look at Levi Ashcroft and it doesn't scream great player, does it?
What's that, sorry?
Like a Levi Ashcroft, like it doesn't, on paper, he doesn't scream great player.
Yeah.
Oh, Draper.
Bit of a generalist.
Yeah, just like 179 centimetres.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Inside mid.
Just delivers, though.
Just delivers. Like the postman.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Thanks. Eli Luth says, what should I have for dinner? I'm going to say lasagna.
Hot pies.
Good.
Thanks.
That's good stuff. What would you go? Like, if, I don't know, I suppose cliche, but like last meal type situation. What are you reaching for?
Steak and chips.
No.
Yeah.
Steak and chips.
Yeah, like a real good steak and chips. Yeah, that makes me so happy.
Interesting.
Would you have your vodka penne pasta?
Yeah, I would actually. Absolutely. Oh, it's absolutely doing it for me at the moment. With the burrata.
Yeah, it's from living in Russia. You just cook everything with vodka.
That's right.
Yeah. We had vodka burgers once.
Bit of Grey Goose. Sprinkle it on.
You have Grey Goose in your cereal.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. That's a nice clunk from Draper.
Spinkscapes asked my cut. I don't know. I actually don't really know.
Oh, steak cut.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought hair for some reason.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, it's a Malay. I don't really know. I'll just sort of get what it was on the menu that looks the biggest.
So, like, what's the... what do you got? Like,
Scotch fillet at home.
Scotch
like,
fillet.
if I shop at Coles, I get my meat at Coles because I'm broke. And I love that's me treating myself as like a Scotch fillet.
Scotch fillet.
But I'll generally go porterhouse.
Is it more... This is more of something that you... Like, do you cook steak yourself a lot, or is it something where you actually do cook it for yourself a lot too?
Yeah, steak and eggs a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're right.
But also...
Do you have sort of a gravy on that?
No, I kind of put them in like little burgers, like steak sandwiches for dinner.
Oh, okay.
I love that with a bit of egg.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Any sauce?
Condiments?
Yeah.
No, I'm not a sauce guy.
No, I think we've been over this before.
I'm sauceless.
Yep.
We are also at quarter time, so it's 21 plays 33. We are joined by the BENQ TK705.
Look at its beauty.
Look at Luke Beveridge's face briefly.
You can see a lot.
Check out the link in the chat to find out more. And True Footy subscribers get $100 off.
Watching it all in 4K. That was an interesting sort of blow for blow game. I feel like Brisbane looked like they were threatening to get away from the Pies there, but they were able to reel them back in a little bit.
There was a little bit of shades of last week where Collingwood and Hawthorn traded like momentum swings as well.
Yeah, true.
It felt like that in that first term. So, yeah, fair bit of water to go under the bridge before we know who's going to win this game. Obviously, 12-point lead at quarter time is significant. I'm just going to try and find the live ladder.
I'm going to try and find the stats. The Statosaurus.
Oh, yeah, please do that. Statosaurus Rex. We have 54 in the chat. Thank you for being here, guys. A like on the stream would be very helpful.
Interesting.
Some homemade chimichurri with porterhouse slaps.
15 disposals for Jordan De Goey.
What?
15.
I didn't even notice him that much.
I did not notice him at all.
Yeah.
Wow. 10 uncontested possessions for Jordan De Goey, 15 disposals. Jasper Fletcher has 10. Nick Dacos has 10 and a goal. I noticed Nick Dacos. I noticed Sam Swadling, who also has 10. Josh Dacos, 9. Rowan Steele, 9. So it's sort of all Collingwood.
I'm going to open up the truefooty.com.au ladder predictor.
Oh, yeah.
And clear my predictions. And Collingwood v Brisbane. So let's say they're up by 12 points now. Let's say they win this game by 15 points, very conservatively. Okay, so we'll say 90 to 105.
Oh, we're going to try and map out the ladder.
I want to see how much Hawthorn needs to win by.
Oh, yeah, that's a great idea. Let's talk this through.
Okay. Oh, I'm just going to punch in the other results too.
People talking about Porterhouse. I don't know about that.
Yeah, we've had a variety of topics. Really?
Nah, not really.
That surprises me.
Does it?
Well, I didn't think anyone was not a steak guy.
I don't know. I think it's a bit overrated.
Wow.
But we'll get back to that.
I actually reckon the wooden spoon could change hands this weekend.
It could.
You see Alira and Mitch Jason Horne-Francis is out for Port Adelaide. Alira and JHF.
I knew Alira was out because of the concussion.
Yeah.
Horne-Francis as well.
Yeah.
Georgiades in.
I accidentally said him. I think he was always in.
Okay.
But obviously no Butters as well. So
yeah, it could. Is it in Adelaide?
No, it's at Marvel.
Gee,
I've tipped the Dons.
Tip the Dons.
So that could give Richmond their second wooden spoon in 3 years. Obviously, Essendon have to win first, but percentage is not an issue.
Yes. Okay.
So I'm going to get up to. All right. Sydney beating North this week, or what? You sounded very confident.
North are winning that game.
Yeah, I just want to get a public soundbite because I tipped North too, but I want you to say it.
There is no element in my being that thinks that we could possibly lose this game.
Wow.
Yep, I'm so confident.
Okay. I mean, it's fair enough. I don't even.
Why would tell me why they would beat us?
Why they would beat you is because on paper I still think that team's not too bad.
But is it better than our team?
Possibly.
I don't think it is. I don't think I reckon Sydney's the most top-heavy team in the competition, and if you take those players out of that team, it becomes a very bang-average team.
I guess we'll see.
I don't reckon there's any one player in the competition that wins games for their team like Isaac Heaney does.
Dacos?
Maybe Dacos. He'd be the only, like right now, in current
Harley
form.
Reid, arguably, when we do occasionally win.
You just don't win enough to say that.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're right, yeah.
I mean, Bont would be the other one, but probably on current form, not Bont.
Okay, I'm just making note of the time of the stream so I can clip that later.
Yep. Where are we?
We're quarter time. Oh, that'll be enough. Okay, so as it currently stands, I've gotten up to West Coast v Hawthorn. And the gap in percentage, if Brisbane win this game by 15 points, is 2.1%.
Okay.
And it's too hard to work out exactly what that would be. So let's just
I think that's a good modest level though, 15 to 20 points.
Yeah.
Somewhere in that level.
Yeah. Let's say Hawthorn beat West Coast 50 to 100. I'm going to punch that in.
Yep.
That's actually enough to go
That's
third.
enough. Yeah,
that's
I thought
enough.
it
So
would
that's
be.
actually not. That's actually very conceivable.
So now let's work it until it snaps back on us. So go 25 points for Brisbane.
Yeah. Okay.
So only a 50-point win would be enough for Hawthorn to jump them.
Yeah. If this is only 15 points and the score is like 50 to 100, which is probably about right, at a minimum. Yeah. So if we change this game to, say, let's go 80 to 105. And that does snap it back the other way.
To Brisbane.
Yeah, Brisbane would be third. So they need to win this game by as many points as they can.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel early doors like this is going to be one way.
Do you think there's any chance that you guys will just roll over?
Oh, I can't rule that out with this particular group. It has been a while since we've done it, but we are also the youngest team in the comp, and it's a 24-round season, and we're probably cooked. I don't think we've been playing cooked too badly lately.
You've been all right.
I think our fitness is actually really good. It's probably more the mental part of it, right?
If you remove the Richmond game, it's been fine. I feel like that's hanging over
10
you.
other losses.
Well, there's a lot of losses, but to lose by 50. You haven't lost by 50 for a while, have you? You're like, yes, last week.
Yeah, literally, we did against GWS. Yeah,
Yeah, you did too.
yeah,
Shit.
yeah.
So, like, we can probably say that a 50-point loss to Hawthorn's probably actually just standard. Really.
A 50-point loss?
Yeah.
Oh, I think minimum. Yeah.
That's just part of the course.
I think anywhere between like 4 and 70. I mean, if this was like round 13, like 70 is a lot. But if it's round 24 and they have to win by a certain amount, then it becomes increasingly more likely.
I sort of agree with you.
What was that game? I think it was 2021, the final game of the round. West Coast. So Brisbane were trying to get into the 4, and they played the Eagles at the Gabba, and we were diabolically bad. This was the beginning of the decline.
Yep.
We were massive underdogs because of how shit we were. But they had to win by like 40 points or something. West Coast, if I'm not mistaken, were like in front for a lot of the game. And in the last 10 minutes, Brisbane went bang, bang, bang. And like with a minute to go, they sealed top 4. It was actually incredible. I forgot about that game till just now. But funny things happen when a team needs to win. Like,
yes.
That makes it dangerous for us.
And you guys don't really have anything to play for on top of that.
Yeah, like not in a real material sense. I think though, when you're on a look at the Gold Coast Suns though, like they've massive losing streak, nothing to play for.
They
pulled 2
wanted to
wins
go out on a good note.
You could make a parallel and say we're also needing that.
Yeah,
but whether that's enough,
I have to admit, like I think it actually does a big thing into the like, and this is me talking from just an complete outsider who, talks about football, but. Like, I feel better about the Gold Coast Suns right now. They've had those two re-signings and a win to finish the season, and I'm like, they're going to be okay.
Yeah. Yep, and that's what I was kind of hoping my club would do in the last couple of weeks. As Angus Anderson, why do I keep doing that?
He's the number 1 target inside 50
He's
for them
had
tonight.
3 shots at goal for 1 goal, 1. This will be his 3rd shot.
I'm going to say they're all marks. Like they're all been marked inside 50.
Yes. Yep, they have. Spingscapes points out 2017 us v Adelaide. That's true. We needed to be top on the ladder by 4 goals, and we just did it, and we made finals.
Just Cos says that's crazy talk from you, Dylan. I don't know if he's talking about the Sydney Swans North game or he's talking about.
Yeah, you were very strong on the language.
Was that from that, or was it from the
I presume so.
Fact that I that I didn't like steak?
Oh. Good question.
That could be crazy talk to some people. With steak, like I don't want to get too caught up in this, but like
no.
I just feel like it's one of those things that gets at times just a little bit overrated. Like it's like one of the, I don't know. It's like you're supposed to like it.
You sound like Kane Corns talking about beer.
I do a bit, don't I? Yeah, I actually do a bit, which I don't really want to go down that path. But yeah, it's like one of those societal things where it's like, I don't know, it's like becoming a man, you have to like steak.
No, I just genuinely love it.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you don't.
Yeah. Well, you implied it.
I did, didn't I?
No, just genuinely like a clearance here for Collingwood. They've got the first one of the quarter. Gee, it's actually so important for the Lions to win this game.
So important.
And not only win, but win by a lot. But like the difference between their best case and worst case scenario tonight is actually massive.
Yeah.
Tonight? I nearly said.
I mean, we spoke about it a little bit with Hawthorn last week with the draw. They sort of just about got out of that situation during the game. It's actually a weird one. Like after that game, Sam Mitchell made a comment that like, we actually at one point we were at the end of the game, like we didn't really know whether we should win or win or draw.
Sam Mitchell?
Like, he was kind of like implying that it was better if they drew the game than won the game. I thought that was weird.
I can only imagine that's a slight slip of the tongue. Because there's no scenario where it's better to draw. I think he just meant more like, do we go for the win and risk losing? That's probably what he meant.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fair call. There was a couple of good...
I did actually think the same thing as you, though. I thought it was interesting. But
I never thought about it that he could have meant it that way.
Yeah.
So you're probably right. And that makes it very explainable.
We have a super chat here from Lewis. Port to lose on purpose so Tigers get pick 1. That's a theory.
Yeah.
I mean, the benefits to them are enormous there, but I do think it will be a moot point, and as Morris takes a good mark.
This plays into what Birdman says. Birdman 2019 says, Tigercast is going live in 20 minutes to claim Butters to Richmond. Tiger 71 called Lynch to Richmond when all the media had him going to the Pies. So is Tiger 71 maybe a Twitter feed or something?
Don't know, yeah.
I'm going to guess that. So Tiger 71, let's say he's some sort of a profit on Richmond, all things Richmond, right?
Yeah.
Tigercast is going to announce that based off what he has said.
That's crazy.
Could there be greater things at play here, Jesse? Like, could this all be connected? Port Adelaide playing Essendon, tee up the number 1 pick for the Tigers, who then do a deal with Port Adelaide for Butters. Cochrane's involved, the bid, etc., etc., etc. Like, could they be playing? I want to do the like Inception music. You know, could it be like
that went on for a while?
Yeah.
Also, who remembers the music to Inception?
I don't know. It's just that real like droney sort of synthy like.
Yeah.
Do you want to do it again?
Yeah. Shit. Because the benefits to Port Adelaide losing that game are actually enormous.
They're enormous.
You really can't get the playing group to commit to that, right? You can't get the playing group to tank, in my opinion.
No, you can't. I completely agree.
But what you could... Well, I mean, they're all legitimate injuries, I think. Obviously, Butters. Aaliyah's been concussed. I can't remember off the top of my head what happened to Horn Francis. But it is kind of crazy. But there is also the possibility he's really going to Geelong. And it's just all nothing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that sounded, based on journalists speaking, great mark by Logan Morris. Good inside 50. Morris contested mark. That's puncher, isn't it? That he's taken that mark against.
Yeah, he was giving him a little bit of lip after that last mark too. Having a big impact on this contest, Logan Morris.
Yeah, just going back to that Port Adelaide thing, like, I feel like for football clubs right now, it's never been more important to consider your draft position. Like fucking yourself over by winning games, as much as I hate that. I hate that you shouldn't be going for wins. It feels like the competition punishes you a lot now for winning games.
More so than it did before?
Yeah, not because like you lose something more, but the gap is bigger.
Yeah, okay.
So,
well, yeah, the more teams there are, the more academies picks and stuff like that.
Exactly. So the margins are...
That's true. Yeah, like the North is a classic example of that.
Yeah.
Well, is North going to be tempted not to win that game? I think for North it's probably a little bit different, right? But
that's kind of where I was going with it.
Yeah, the incentive is there. Absolutely.
Yeah. And clearly North have been... Like, we know that North back in 2023 were a team that favoured winning the game. So
yeah,
I can't imagine that they go out there with where we're at with our development and lose, and certainly the players won't be trying to lose that game.
Yeah, nah, Clarko won't be trying to lose that game for sure.
Yeah, and we're a little bit of a different situation, but I don't know for teams, particularly for teams like Port Adelaide.
Yeah,
like I look at where they're at. Like this season's an absolute like a nothing burger for them.
Yeah,
the whole year's been really poor. They're about to lose their best player. Like they've just got to work out this. They've got to get draft picks in, and I think it'll feel like if they're only able to come away this year with Dougie Cochrane as a top pick, I feel that'll feel disappointing. They've got to get themselves into a situation to be able to take another player.
Absolutely.
And sort of, properly kickstart this rebuild.
So it kind of just relies on the idea that like Port would know that it's going to Richmond.
Yeah.
Like that theory of them
that, yeah, they would have to, for that to be the theory, they would have to know that.
Yeah.
Or know for some reason that they don't want to deal with Essendon. And they think that Essendon are absolutely going to bid on Cochrane.
Yeah.
And they think it's just a good play. I don't know.
Yeah.
That would be a bit more risky though. The other part, when I said
true.
you get punished for winning games more and more, I think the other factor that is Tassie coming into the competition.
Absolutely.
So that's another external factor.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's weird. It's a weird round. There's a couple of games that mean absolutely nothing, and then there's a couple of games that mean absolutely nothing but sort of mean a lot as far as the draft.
Yeah.
Pies I thought they were out there.
Do you think there'll actually be like a massive TV attendance for Sydney and North? TV attendance.
So
I think it's a bit of car crash TV a little bit.
Yeah, probably.
People are just fascinated by it.
Yeah, I think you're probably right there. It's been an absolute.
Yeah. There's also the AFLW right before.
Yeah.
Which I think a lot of people are going to get around, which is good.
Yeah.
Very
I heard
mops up.
there was some talk of like a potential protest, perhaps.
Oh, okay. From the fans?
From, I suppose, advocacy groups.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
Not 100% sure.
So what that would be specifically trying to achieve in this particular scenario.
Yeah, I mean, don't have an answer to that.
Yeah,
Good,
don't know.
good talk.
There, we got a couple of super chats.
We do.
Thank you, Eli. The thing with Port v Essendon is Essendon also wants to lose. So it'll be interesting to see both teams going for a loss. What's the actual benefit to, other than the one like earlier pick?
Yep.
I do. It's not a massive. Like the benefit is actually not that significant to Essendon, in my opinion, between 1 and 2.
No, it's much bigger for Port Adelaide.
Yeah. Morris has another mark, by the way.
It still does give you, it gives you that slight flexibility. It gives you two improved picks. So you get the improved pick at the top end and at the compensation level. So that will come in one ahead. Like if you're being like at the end of the day, you're going to select players and your club environment's going to have a big say in how well they do once they get into the AFL. Morrison,
that's a great goal.
Outstanding finish.
That was just so clean.
Far out.
The snap back on that thing.
That was just never going to miss. It was like it was a homing missile.
Yeah.
It was like going for the goal.
Yeah.
Where was I?
You're talking about the slipping back to have 2 picks in front of Richmond, right?
Like you think about that from a draft perspective, like those small margins where a club like misses a player by 1 pick.
Yeah.
Like it could have a big impact. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not trying to, I shouldn't say like it has no impact, but I just think the margins on that are relatively small compared to some of those other scenarios that we talked about. The impact on North losing, they can benefit more than an Essendon. The gap between what they will get is bigger. Whereas with Essendon, is it such an incentive that they wouldn't try and win the game?
Probably not. Yeah. And I don't think, I think, you know, mostly teams go in with that mentality and from a coaching level and a game day level, I think it's probably like where I'm sort of suggesting this comes from is probably more behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Where you're going like, geez, I fucking hope we lose this game.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that anyone's actually trying to lose.
Yeah. Nice play by Dacos. Finds Will Hayes. He's had a bit of the ball tonight.
You could make an argument. Actually, no, you don't even have to make an argument. It's so obvious. North Melbourne beating the Gold Coast in that game in 2023. As much as
well done, Sidey.
I'm fine with them doing that as a fan, but it's set us back. It's hurt us a lot.
Yeah.
I'd probably go as far as saying that the 2023 draft is the draft that broke the camel's back. No, it's probably the draft that actually, I reckon after this sort of North rebuild and us moving up the ladder as we naturally will, as these players get better, I think we'll look back on the 2023 draft as like, that was the one that, you know, if we had taken Reid and Watson, for example.
Yeah.
Even Reid and McKercher.
Yeah, true. I suppose still time for types like Goad and Will Dawson to...
Oh, sure.
You know.
You might find a diamond in the rough.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not sure about Hardeman. Has he been offered a contract yet? I think he's still out of contract.
I think he...
Could be wrong.
I think he'll sign a contract.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just not sure his high-end potential.
Yeah. Lewis has also dropped a super chat. Thank you so much, mate. Who would Port get with picks 1, 4, end of compo, and 22?
Who would Port get with picks 1? So this is assuming that...
Yeah, well, it gets messy with... Well, Cochrane would be the 4 and 22. And there would be...
Oh, this is if they got ahead of the bid.
Yeah, and they actually wouldn't get the end of round compo anyway, would they?
Nah.
No, if they get Richmond's pick 1, let's say, they would lose the end of first round compo as well anyway.
If Port had pick 1, they wouldn't be getting pushed back.
Yeah.
Oh no, they would because they would bid on Cody.
Yeah, but it's not their pick they're bidding with.
No, that's right.
And so they would temporarily get it, and then it would go away again when they match for Cochrane.
Yep.
So basically, who would they take with pick 1?
That's the
question, really. Because they're getting Cochrane.
They're getting Cochrane
They
anyway.
Get Cochrane and Van Adam.
I think they'd get Cochrane and Van Adam.
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Teixeira would be hard to say no to too, but...
Yeah. Or Aki.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here right now. I don't know how that's going to go. I couldn't tell you how that's going to go. I think there's an argument that I think probably I'm still in the camp that Van Hatten is the big talent, but just because of what you're getting there. But I don't think those top clubs at the bottom of the ladder are necessarily going to be attracted to that.
Yeah.
Well, they will be, but not with one solemn pick at the top end. Like I think last year Van Hatten may have gone higher than what he would have this year. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
Because you compare him with a player similar to CDT.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It's going to be fascinating.
Mm. I think Van Hatten kind of makes sense for the Power.
I think he does too.
Yeah.
I think he does too.
I think
they're a bit of a different age profile.
Yeah. They can be patient with that one, I think. You're also getting Cochrane. And then Pilot and Salopek. Is Salopek's a midfielder?
Yeah.
What about Pilot? What's he?
He's like a tall utility type player.
Okay.
I haven't seen Pilot play.
Yeah, right.
I haven't actually seen him.
Cameron. So the score has ballooned a little bit out to 24 points. Collingwood do have a little bit of, they've got territory, although they're retreating now. Ashcroft intercepts, finds Oscar, finds Jasper Fletcher, takes a bounce up the wing. Kai Lohman, some nice pace there from Lohman. Finds it very easy to get around puncher. There's no one to kick to. The flower bag was actually exactly what they needed here. Side bottom does well. Jeremy Howe finds, can't see, Rowan Steele. And Collingwood escaped trouble there. That was dangerous when Lohman was bursting past puncher, but he had no one to kick to.
Oh, Swaddling.
Oh.
Ugh, that was yucky.
Punches that kick deep inside 50. I think puncher's going to get there. In fact, it is spoiled.
You used the verb to punch and then you went to puncher.
Yeah, I know.
Punches that kick inside 50 to puncher.
It's raining stoppages as Cameron gets tackled.
Too much. When I did that P thing, that episode we were talking about Friends the other week, where he does the acting with that. I've forgotten that guy's name, that famous actor. And he's doing you enunciate everything. He's
the spitting guy?
The spitting
Gary
guy.
Oldman.
Gary Oldman, that's right. Yeah.
I'm wearing 2 belts. Great show. And some two tins of tuna.
Draper.
Oh, does well.
Does. Hipwood.
Hipwood.
On puncher again.
Yeah.
Puncher. A pile of punching punches.
Looking quite pernificous.
Oh, that word. Do we get a meaning for that?
No, it doesn't exist.
No. Eli Luce says, I think we're due for another draft rankings.
We are actually. The last one was July 14th. 7 weeks.
7 weeks. I've really got to get on that.
Yeah, we have added a lot on truefooty.com.au for trade and draft pass members, though. We have added a bunch of stuff, comparison tool, and you'll be able to compare to 2025 draftees sometime soon as well, as Hipwood kicks a goal.
I haven't actually shared this with you yet, but I have a large number of preseason testing data.
Oh, what did they test you for?
To go good stuff. Preseason testing data to go on the website, Jesse.
Yeah?
20-metre sprints and whatnot.
Oh, wow.
The top
That's pretty cool. That's preseason, is it? Nice. I did not know that.
Preseason, yeah. I've just updated that in our little spreadsheet.
Nice.
Kate Smallman says, how cute does Rayner look in his little helmet? I actually noticed that before.
Yeah, I was looking at it. I was like, who is that? And I was like, that's right, it's Rayner.
He does. He looks like he's got one of those little teacup beanies on.
Yeah. Spinkscapes, watched Van Hatten live last week. Good second efforts after the ruck contest. 24 disposals and 11 clearances. As impressed as I've been with him this year.
Yep. Good take. The champs obviously was a little bit quieter. I'm not overly concerned about that though. I really think the only downside of Van Hatten is you got to wait a long time.
Draper gets the ball out of the centre. This is danger signs for the for the Collingwood Football Club. One more goal basically puts it out of reach, I reckon.
Yep. And
this is great for the Lions and their percentage.
Here we go. Dan Houston. Let's score, Collingwood. Come on. Let's do this. Let's get it done. Jeremy Howe. Sleeve Howe. Kicks it long. Looks like Harris Andrews. Oh, Wilmot.
Oh.
Wilmot's a good player, isn't he? Straight through the corridor, gets it to Bailey.
Oh, uncontested. Mind you, Hipwood.
What have you done?
Yeah, ran himself under it. That was quite poor.
I feel like he thought there was contact coming.
Possibly, yeah.
He couldn't imagine that he was in so much space.
Yeah.
Wow.
Caleb's just asked about, have we touched on the Sydney stuff? We'll probably leave proper conversations around it for the Monday show, guys. It is an important topic. We will want to discuss it. Tonight, I sort of decided, because we're doing this show in a partnership with a brand. They haven't told me to say this, but I think it's probably unfair if we deep dive a very sensitive topic on this show. So let's do that Monday. We will address it and talk about it. Not address it.
We'll rip it open, Jesse.
Yeah, I have actually been obsessed with it a little bit. Like I've just been so fascinated by like, it's very unsettling.
Yeah.
So definitely not glossing over it, but last Monday's show was a little awkward with the timing of it.
I actually was going to say that. We'd been doing, like, making videos essentially, and just basically been inside without looking at any social media. And then we jumped straight into the stream.
Yeah.
So we didn't have a decent window on that at all.
Nah.
Last week. We didn't know the significance or anything like that. So we didn't properly, and obviously tons of stuff's come out since then.
Yeah. And stuff that was reported on at the time has been proven false, or at least presumed false. There's a lot of flying around things at the moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll leave that for Monday.
Yeah.
Definitely not avoiding it. And yes, we will be live streaming the finals, Eli.
Yep.
As of next week. We haven't actually locked in when to do, but I'm thinking Collingwood Carlton would be good. If that's the result.
Oh.
If that's the result.
So
Okay.
How likely is that though? Because they've got to beat Freo.
Carlton need to beat Freo. Other than that, I think that's all. Yeah, I've tipped Carlton.
You've gone fucking rogue,
I have actually, yeah. And I've got the one wrong already with St Kilda. I tipped the Saints last night.
Oh wow.
I
probably would have too, to be fair.
Yeah, that's a poor kick from Zorko.
They cannot be trusted.
Collingwood, chance for a little attack here.
I know that this is an incredibly premature chat, but like looking ahead to next year, and we'll do this a lot more deeply, and I haven't even given it much of a thought. But you know, like teams are bowing out of the season at the moment, and they will be over the next few weeks. I feel like we do that thing every year where you assume that everyone's going to get better, but who's not going to get better? Who's going to get worse?
Team?
Yeah.
Wise?
Like, for example, I think there's an expectation that the Saints, the players that they got in last year and the development of their younger players, they're going to gel, they're going to shoot back up the ladder.
Yep.
Gold Coast Suns, everyone assumes that they're going to pull themselves together, shoot up the ladder. I would say we probably have a feeling that the Giants are going to do that as well.
Yeah.
Shoot up the ladder.
Or at least I think they'll be in the 10.
Yeah.
Next year.
Yeah, for sure. And then you've got, I don't know, like a Carlton who are kind of making this enormous run under Josh Fraser. Like, can they hold what they've done in the second half of the year?
No guarantees.
No guarantees. Obviously, the Sydney thing's a massive thing in all of this as well.
Yeah, can't predict it.
And then you got those middle teams like Collingwood and Adelaide and the Dogs, who still have good players. Like let's be real, Collingwood are aging. Like, who's going to suck?
I think the bottom four will stay the same.
It might.
Can you imagine the bottom four changing?
Port aren't getting any better.
No.
They're getting probably worse.
You think so? Like they were competitive this year and still finished fourth last.
Do you think you could see North getting sucked back in?
Nah, I don't think so. But the problem is it's pretty evenly rated, the next group above that. So they could be the worst of that group. But
again.
Who knows? North are playing some compelling footy at the moment where you can see the growth.
You can.
So who knows? It doesn't always work that they're going to carry that on.
I do worry about our we had a very good draw this year.
Yeah, true. But I think the more impressive form has probably been the last 6 weeks.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah. Just even the results haven't always been there, but like the actual way you play and challenge teams at Marvel.
Yep.
That's fairly new.
Oh, Pendle's out for the game.
Oh, really?
That's from the Great Wall of Jinbi.
Wow.
With a knee bursa. What does that mean? Busted knee? A knee burst.
I don't know what bursa is meant to say.
It feels like it...
Unless it's his own thing. Oh, that's a slicing
Rayner.
ball from Rayner.
That's why he's the number one pick.
Oh, Cameron. What's he doing? And thankfully, Morris was there and he shanked it.
Morris.
That was woeful.
That one had a homing missile on it into the crowd, Jesse. I don't know.
I think he was aiming for a guy in the crowd and then he got up to go to the bathroom. I think that's what happened.
Well, they're going to have a little conversation about this one. See what's happening.
We don't know if it missed by a mile or a million
yeah,
miles.
exactly. Also, who cares? I suppose it is frighteningly close to that behind post.
Yeah, right.
Still. So what's the margin at now? We've got 23 points. It's not insurmountable, Jesse. The game is not over.
No. I feel like it got to one more goal.
Yep.
But at the moment, no dice. We are also, I'm just looking at the percentage difference, 3%. I actually just think Hawthorn will finish third now. Unless Brisbane make this with like 50 points, I think their chances of third are probably slim.
Well, they've just missed out on a point there.
That's true.
Swadling gets the kick. Goes along to contest. Gallop. Yeah, you're probably right. Like, they've just got they've basically got a carcass just to feast on in West Coast. A trip to Perth. That's good running from Swadling.
To give West Coast some respect.
This is what I do. I just needle them a bit,
and then I get the opposite reaction.
Yeah, exactly.
Look, I think Hawthorn finished third, but it's been a little while since West Coast was slapped around at home.
Yeah,
at least.
Yeah.
So there's something in that.
Do you think you guys could be on the beach already, or do you think there's going to be enough self-respect in this group to try to give them something and give the crowd? Because I don't think that your crowd at home is not going to be disappointed if you lose by 25 points.
No. I think we would walk away thinking that was solid.
130 is probably going to piss a few people off.
Yeah, not again, Dylan. Yes, as Oscar Allen lines up for a shot that is actually quite important. Every shot is important.
He's got it.
With respect to percentage. And he's got it. Nice goal from Oscar.
Wow.
Good man. Yeah, I'm not too sure what to expect from us. We certainly haven't earned the right to put our feet up, like.
This is a bit in the comments here. I'm just now, Kate's Mormon saying, give us some respect, please, which is probably fair enough.
Yeah.
I do sometimes just, I do want to get a reaction out of Jesse. And if I give it to West Coast enough, he'll bite back.
Yeah, at some point. I just think, I think young group, round 24, absolutely it could be a belting. But
we're back to this now.
Is that not what we were talking about?
No, you're on the right game, but you've gone back the other way.
Sure. No, I'm just saying I don't really know what to expect, I guess.
Okay.
Because I think anything is kind of possible with it. But it does alarm me with Hawthorn. Like, everyone's going to be watching the game. They're going to be talking, okay, we need to win by 70. Which could actually play into our favour.
It could, because they could try too hard.
Yeah, they could overshoot. And there's no scenario where we win, but they could also just start making mistakes out of desperation.
Can I just say, a little Cam Rayner appreciation here? Because I reckon he gets so much shit.
Yeah.
He's just so good.
Oh, Swadling gets the ball out just in time.
I've seen people, and I know that, Twitter's a sick, unhealthy place.
Yeah, I don't read anything on Twitter personally.
But there are people on there that genuinely have conversations, and Reddit the same, and probably Big Footy, where they're like, is Rayner the worst number one pick of all time?
Oh, God, no.
It's not even close.
Yeah.
He's a great player.
Yeah. I mean, this is a nasty topic, but let's talk about it.
Why not?
Who is? Jack Watts is probably the worst performed one that I can think of.
Is he the worst ever though, or is it just that he was?
Well,
he was the poster boy of bad number one picks.
But I'm actually struggling to think of someone who had a worse career from pick one since then.
Was Patton?
Tom Scully was probably better. He was pretty solid without being a star.
Yeah, he was okay.
2010 David Swallow, definitely better. 2011 Boyd.
There's a part of me though with David.
No, it wasn't Boyd. Sorry,
David Swallow's not a bad player, but there's a part of me with looking at a player like that as a number one pick, and I'm like, that's kind of worse. How did you pick him as a number one pick?
Oh, he was a dominant junior.
Yes. No, sorry, I don't mean it like that, but he's kind of so clearly had no upside.
I just think he stagnated at AFL level. I don't know. He was just very good junior. I actually was. I was been a draft follower long enough to remember him in that draft. and he was also extremely physically made though. Like he looked like that at 17.
Yeah. Coward's way.
And drafting was a little bit different back then, right? Like Dyson Sharp probably goes pick 1 in that year.
Yeah, because he's just so well performed.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yep. Just feels a bit conservative.
Yeah. 2011. Jonathan Patton was 2012. Who was 2011? God,
okay, so I've got the list now. I've got the list, so we can throw some names. So, how far do you want to go back? Is the question. Can I
try and name more? Can I name them all?
Yeah, let's go. 81.
Oh no, not that far. Not that far.
I didn't even think there was a draft.
I meant
in 81.
from I reckon I'd be okay from like 04.
Let's go to the century.
All right.
Okay. 2000. You should be able to know this. Like,
is it Rewalt?
Yep.
Yeah, cool.
So it's not him.
No.
01.
That was Luke Hodge.
Yep. 02.
2002. Was Goddard?
Yep.
God, I'm good.
2003.
Cooney?
Yep. 2004.
Deledio.
Yep. 2005.
Murphy.
6.
Gibbs.
7.
Cruiser.
8.
Watts.
9.
Scully.
10.
Swallow.
11.
This was GWS's pick 1.
Yep.
Shit. Patton.
Yep.
12 was Whitfield.
Yep.
Then Boyd.
Yep.
2014 was McCartan.
Yep.
Well, he'd probably be one that rivals Watts for actual output, but
I think Patton too.
Oh, true. Yes, I forgot about Patton. Yeah, fair call.
If you take it like Tom Boyd, obviously as well. If you take away the grand final,
yeah,
but it's hard to.
No, he's got a nudge ahead of those guys.
Yep.
So we were at 2015.
Yep.
McGrath.
2015, no.
2016 was McGrath.
Yep.
2015 was Wiedering.
Yes.
2017 was Rayner.
Yep.
18 was Walsh.
Collingwood just kicked another goal through Membry as well. So
wow, back to 22 points.
They're staying alive. Where'd you get to? 18?
18 was Walsh, 19 Rao.
Yep.
20 was Jamara.
Yep.
21.
You should be able to get it from here.
Horn Francis.
Yep.
22 was Cadman. 23 was Harley. 24 was Lawler. And 25 was Dersma.
That's correct.
So 99, was that Josh Fraser?
It was.
I think that's as far as I can go back. I don't think I know 98.
Des Headland was 98.
Oh, true, yeah. Well, I knew he was a pick 1. Yeah.
Yep. Started at Freo.
Yep.
Went to Brisbane in a trade. Travis Johnson, I remember him.
Yep.
Went to Brisbane later in his career. It was a good kick. Travis Johnson.
Yeah. John Stone?
What was that? What did I say?
Johnson. It's John Stone.
You actually pronounce it John Stone.
Yeah, John Stone. It's different to Johnston, which is also different to Johnson, which is different to Penchant.
No, but they're all pronounced the same, aren't they?
No.
Thought they were.
No.
You pronounce it John Stone.
Yeah. Back me up, chat.
I don't believe you.
Lucky Neil's having a shot after the siren.
Michael Gardner.
Oh, yeah.
Mikael. Went to St Kilda.
We traded for that pick 1, if I'm not mistaken.
Clive Waterhouse, 95. Jeff White, the ruckman.
Oh, yes, true.
Your man, Drew Banfield, in 92. Darren Gasper, I remember him.
Yeah,
93.
Richmond, right? Yeah.
And then before that, honestly, don't remember any of the names. John Hutton, Stephen Hooper, Anthony Bannock, Alex McDonald.
My mind went to Ran Hooper. Do you remember him?
Yeah.
It's an obscure.
Ran Hooper.
Alapate Carlisle followed me on Instagram.
Oh, he followed you on Instagram.
Shout out to Alapate Pate if you're watching this.
Alapate Carlisle.
Yesterday.
Was he Fijian?
I think so, yes. Port Adelaide.
He was a decent player.
Yeah, he was, yeah.
Okay, so let's work out who was the worst.
Okay, you go Watts, Patton.
I think it was probably Patton.
Yeah. Yeah, Watts had like a bit of a resurgence as a running defender for a while.
Yeah.
And then he got ruined by the broken leg. Patton also carries some indiscretions. Like off-field indiscretions.
Okay.
So that kind of makes it even worse.
I'm going to throw Paddy McCartan into the mix, and I know terrible concussion stuff. And he had that resurgence later in like redeployed as a defender. But gee, that was a bust. That was a bloody bust.
It was a bust, but the concussion thing makes it a little bit hard to compare.
And he also was a diabetic, which I think is. I suppose like that has to be factored into the recruiting and stuff like that. But yeah, that's a tricky one.
Well, they recruited Jamie Cripps as well, St Kilda, it was type 1 diabetic.
Okay.
So it was not the first time they'd done that.
It's just another, like it must be so difficult to manage that as an athlete, I feel.
Yeah. It'd be incredibly hard. Yeah.
Yeah. So I would throw McCartan into the mix, but you probably are right. It's probably a Patton, Watts, McCartan conversation, is it not?
Sorry, editing for once says, I've never once heard someone say my name's actually pronounced John Stone. Wait, so are you saying it's Johnson?
Johnson.
No.
You just pronounce it all the same.
No.
Yeah.
No, I'm not having that. I need more opinions.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you just roll like the letters there, but you don't pronounce it.
I reject this.
Jesse.
I'll give you penchant. I'll give you penchant.
You give me penchant. It's not penchant. I'm pretty sure you roll it. You just roll through it.
That cannot be right.
He was Travis Johnson to me.
Yeah, but I'm sure the commentators said John Stone. Like I am accentuating a little bit. Travis Johnstone.
Nah.
It sounds okay. Now I'm saying it over and over again. It sounds weird, doesn't it? But
Travis Johnson.
No, that's not a person. It's not a real name. Never existed.
Travis Johnson.
In their history.
What is the chat?
Travis Johnstone.
Back me up, chat.
I'm going to Google it.
I feel strongly about this now.
What about Johnston without the E? Because we have it Harvey Johnston.
Johnson.
It's definitely Johnston with a T.
Johnson.
Nah, it's not Harvey Johnson.
Johnson.
This is a different guy. I'm going to die on this hill.
It's just Johnston, pronounced Johnston. Editing.
Oh, sorry. It is Johnston. The reason it was sounding weird, you do pronounce the T, but it's not Stone. It's Johnston.
You said there was 3 different ones, though.
I did say that, but I was mistaken.
You've moved the goalposts.
I have a little, yeah. You don't say John Stone. Oh, do you? I must admit, maybe I've always said John Stone.
Okay. That doesn't sound correct to me.
But there's no scenario where you drop the T.
You sure?
Well, according to Google AI overview, which we'll treat as gospel.
Interesting.
Wait, no, it says pronounced Johnston or John Stone. This is the AI summary, so obviously it's not overly reliable. You don't pronounce the E, says Eli. Editing for one says we've been successfully baited. No, this is legit.
This is incredible
Johnston.
content. Stay with us. Did we miss a super chat for Lewis?
I must have. Sorry, Lewis. That was heated.
Write it again as a comment.
I'm still trying to calm down. I can see it. Jesse, thank you, Lewis, by the way. How much does West Coast improve if we delist Barnett, Brockman, Hall, McRae and Schonberg and sign free agents Briggs, Ed Allen, Alex Davies and Arthur Jones? Well, delisting those players doesn't improve us by themselves.
Can you say that again?
We delist Barrett, Brockman, Hall, McRae and Schonberg.
Yeah.
Which will happen, I think. I'm trying to think. Yeah, they should all go. Free agents, hypothetically, because Briggs is about to join Richmond. So if West Coast hypothetically got Briggs, Ed Allen, Alex Davies, Bobby Hill and Arthur Jones, how much does that improve? Well, I don't think Kieran Briggs cracks a game behind Bailey Williams.
I agree.
So we'll remove him. Ed Allen, Alex Davies.
Is there any world that you'd play both of them?
Not in the world that I want to live in.
Preferably not.
Yeah, no, I think you go Archer or Cooper as the second ruck.
Yep.
Ed Allen, Alex Davies, that improves the midfield.
Yep.
We get that defensive midfielder. We get Alex Davies, probably phases out an Elliot Yeo. Bobby Hill is a huge question mark. So for the purposes of your hypothetical, let's say Bobby Hill at 80% of what he was doing before all that happened. That is a massive plus still for West Coast. And Arthur Jones, I think, has some talent. So how much does it improve in terms of numbers? Some hope of getting out at the bottom 4 if you landed all those players.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Based on what we've seen this year.
Yeah.
I think Jones is probably the guy there.
He's probably the realistic one. Oh, Davies and Jones, I'd say, are realistic.
Oh, yeah, Davies is realistic. I don't think he's going to move the needle. He's a body.
No, yeah. But
what do you do if Davies comes in? Like, what do you do with like Schoenberg and McRae?
I think Schoenberg's gone. Like he hasn't. McRae was not selected once this year. Schoenberg came in and out, and I think Davies. Did you say Davies? Yeah, Davies would be an upgrade on both of those guys.
I just still remember back to the preseason how much West Coast fans were like fighting on the fact that those McRae, Schoenberg, and Robertson were going to make like a massive impact on your team.
In fairness, we'll go through one by one. Not Schoenberg. McRae in the waffle team, that has improved massively. So we haven't won more than a couple of games this year.
That's what I think we argued that a lot last year.
Sure.
And you said that they will be great top-ups.
Yeah, and they have been. West Coast are like 10-7 in the waffle, and that's never happened before.
Finlay McRae is the sort of player that could make a meaningful difference on your waffle team.
Yes.
But not crack a game for your senior team.
Which is exactly what's happened,
Yeah.
And Robertson, to be fair, like established himself as best 23, and then he did an ACL. He was solid. He was solid. I think in a way, you probably if Davies became a slightly better version of Robertson, that's probably a win. Yeah, he's certainly bigger. And quicker. He's quick, isn't he, Davies?
Oh, he's got some pace, I think. Yeah, I think so.
That makes him a bit more tempting.
I don't know if he's super quick, but as a bigger body, the voice is going on me. Editing for once says, what did you think of Dimer being named above Nuke in Toomey's form guide? Yeah, I've noticed Toomey's not a massive fan of the Nuke. Got him at 25, I think.
Cliss?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do agree with him. So the question's about Dimer, right? So it's not necessarily about the Nuke, but so I'll start with the Nuke.
So Dimer ahead of Neo?
Yeah. He had Dimer ahead of Neocleus. To be honest, like I don't hate the call. I'd have them on similar grounding, to be honest. I think my last ranking, I had Dimer at like 27 and Nuke at like maybe 19 or something like that, somewhere between 15 and 20. I would say on my next ranking that's coming out where I currently have it, I would have Nuke probably 20 to 25 and Dimer probably somewhere around the same. So I think when you look, I reckon Neocleus has a bit more power. And he's a bit more, like higher up the ground, he's a little bit more creative. But Dimer's got more speed. He can hit the ball at genuine pace and pick it up off his feet. I think like that's a real strength. And he can hit the scoreboard as well. But then like I'm thinking about the national championships from a goal output for Neocleus, which hasn't been super strong for him. Obviously, Dimer was playing in a much stronger team, so he had more opportunities to kick goals as well. But I think clubs might like the speed of Dimer. And as good as Neocleus is with his hands and his creativity and his facilitating, I think do you take a 168 centimetre player like that? You'd want to be pretty sure that he's kicking a lot of goals, I feel. So they're in a similar, I mean, they're both small, high forwards kind of thing, I think. So they're a bit tricky. Spinkscape says Max Thompson will be better than either Dimer and Neocleus. Took out Bendigo's BNF this week, despite next year being his top age year. Most Thompson's an absolute gun.
Yeah, who's he play for? Sorry,
Bendigo, bottom major.
Yep.
Yeah, he's an absolute jet.
I've heard the name.
I saw. I remember. I think it was round one actually. I think it was him and Cody Walker in the team at Trevor Barker Beach Oval against Tassie, and Thompson kicked 2 in that game. I think he was playing half back and getting up the ground.
Oh, wow.
Had about 30.
Wow.
So Walker was catching my eye a lot in that game, and then Thompson as a bottom major was too.
Yeah, wow. So he's next year.
He's next year, yeah.
Right,
so he'll be in the firing line for Tassie.
Yeah, gotcha.
I'd imagine.
Firing line. I like it. Dylan, guess how many members we have on truefooty.com.au?
I know the answer.
Do you?
Yeah. It's just under 4,000.
Is it? It's actually 4,246.
Is it?
Yes. Yeah.
We've gone over the magic number.
We have.
Wow.
Thank you to everyone who's jumped on.
That's incredible.
Appreciate it.
When did that happen?
We had 4,000 2 days ago, I reckon.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. People jumping on board, I really appreciate you. We also really appreciate the BENQ TK705 STI projector. Look at the resolution on this bad boy.
I've been doing a lot. Oh, sorry, Jesse.
I was going to say, this feels like grand final day every time we watch.
It really does. It brings an extra added. We have just a slight bit of audio going. It's hard, we can't have that up too loud, but it's just a nice ambient noise of the crowd. The picture is absolutely beautiful. There's a cinematic quality to it, as I always say, Jesse. And I was going to say that preparing stuff and data for the website, I sit here on my computer. I bring up the Talent League games on here.
That's
I get
cool.
to see the detail at its best.
That's awesome. And you can find out more with the link in the chat and in the description. If you're a True Footy subscriber, you get $100 off. If you fill out the form that's in the description of this video as well, you get a further $100 off. That's $200 off, Dylan.
Beautiful, Jesse.
Awesome.
Well said. Well said. Editing for once says Dimer's pickups are ridiculous. That is very true. They are. And speaking about the draft, Jesse.
Imagine if he kicks 12 one day, the headlines. Dime a dozen.
Dime a dozen.
It's just waiting to happen.
He just won't though, will he?
Nah, it's
just impossible at the top level. Maybe at VFL level he could.
Yeah.
If he's ever having a spell. Okay, this is a who would you rather, Jesse.
Okay.
Who has of Collingwood and Brisbane, and I know this is a bit of an obvious question, right? But we're just going to explore it. Don't bite my head off. Don't say I'm a dickhead. Any of these things.
I do that often.
Collingwood versus Brisbane. Who's got the best under 23 players?
Brisbane.
Right, so I'm going to read them out.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so Collingwood is Nick Dacos, 23. Ed Allen, 22. Sam Swadling, 19. Angus Anderson, 23. Oscar Steen, 22. That's for me, well, that's actually rating points. That is their top 5.
Okay.
So Dacos, Allen, Swadling, Anderson, Steen.
Yeah. If
Brisbane.
you're going to throw any, you could throw Charlie West into that as well.
So I've got some extras. I've got Charlie West. I've got Jai Saxoner, who's doing great things in the VFL
I
at the
can't
moment.
pretend to have seen a lot of him, but yes.
And Ned Long.
Well. Okay.
Brisbane, Will Ashcroft, 22. Darcy Wilmot, 22. Kyle Oman, 23. Jasper Fletcher, 22. Logan Morris, 21. And then they've got Levi Ashcroft, Ty Gallup, Dan Annable, Sam Marshall. Is this a fair fight?
It's not a fair fight. No.
So, because after last week, I feel like, because you did that post, you copped a lot of shit for it, particularly after Collingwood
got the tone wrong.
Went and drew with Hawthorn. They didn't beat them. They drew with them. But they had some good performances from, Swadling. And I think Anderson's been pretty solid as well.
Yes. Yeah.
And West played in that game.
Yep.
So they've got a little bit of youth there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But that's, Brisbane have boast probably top 3 under 23 group in the comp. We in our videos,
extremely
where
strong.
do we rank them? Pretty close to the top. You got Richmond, GWS was ranked highly, Gold Coast and Brisbane were probably the 4, I reckon.
Yeah.
Close to.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And Collingwood was ranked 18th. To be fair, I think a few players have gone up in our estimation at Collingwood.
Who would get more points in Collingwood's now?
Well, Swadling, probably.
What would we give him?
I don't
We would have given him a 1, at least.
Yeah, okay, I can't remember, actually. Can't definitively remember. Is he a 2 now?
No.
Is Ed Allen a 2? Ed Allen's probably a 2.
Ed Allen's a 2.
Well, he was a 1 in the latest edition we did.
Yeah. I'm not particularly convinced about Swadling.
No, fair enough. Yeah, me neither yet. But he's probably overperformed better than I would have expected so far.
I think so.
But I think that's fair.
I think that's fair. So you can make an argument that's a +2.
I like Anderson.
Anderson looks good. I think he's a role player though. I think Ed Allen's a role player.
Yeah.
Steen could be a really handy player.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's
a hard one to rate in terms of points, right?
Yeah, yeah. I think West could be good. I think Saxoner could be decent as a small forward. Ned Long is a role player at best, I would say.
Sure. Yeah.
He's
a little bit limited to be a primary midfielder. I would have thought when they're reloading with Neil and Butters. Potentially they're trying to. Ned Long will make way for those guys, I'd imagine.
It's when I look at two teams like that, I find it hard to, when you've got Brisbane who are sitting, they're in front in this game, they're probably going to finish 3rd or 4th on the ladder. How do a team like Collingwood catch them when their youth is significantly worse? I don't want to make this about.
I don't know what the answer is to that. I guess recruiting like a Butters. That'd be one way.
That would be one way.
They're probably not really in the mix, I don't think. I know they're listed as down to the final 4, but I don't think there's any strong suggestion at all that Butters is going to end up at Collingwood.
No.
But rejigging, what they do have is an amazing coach, I reckon, Collingwood.
They do have an amazing coach.
And that's part of the reason I think some of these young kids come in and play
well.
Really well carved out roles for them. And they look good as well. They're playing them roles well. But that's how a team like Collingwood will probably outperform, maybe not the Brisbane Lions, who are a powerhouse these days, but like Gold Coast, potentially GWS. We said that's top of the ratings, those two clubs just about.
Yeah.
Or at least 1 point, let's call them top 4, top 5 conservatively. Collingwood, we rated 18th. Yet I think over the next 10 years, there's still every possibility that Collingwood, because of how well run and well coached they are, they could still outperform them.
Yeah, it's a good point. I think the Craig McRae factor is massive
it's
here.
Enormous, yeah.
Yeah. You still do feel like they probably, to significantly move the needle, they're going to have to land some of these players in the off-season.
They have to. I think it's a big off-season for them.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who are their live links at the moment.
Hogan.
So Hogan, Neil.
They're likely, right? Like, that's pretty likely.
I don't think we'd go... Yeah, so Neil, yes. I don't think we'd go likely on Hogan yet. I think there's an absence of news there. But we know Collingwood and Gold Coast are linked.
Yep.
So it's up to him. I mean, he, for personal reasons, may not be like... He's like, I've done Melbourne. Like, I'll go to the Gold Coast. He may feel that way. But as a club to play for, like Collingwood, obviously pretty strong for that respect. So other than that, who else are they linked to? I will just open up truefooty.com.au. I've got a spreadsheet of nearly 200 trade rumours, and I just can't remember them all off the top of my head.
Spinkscapes just said, whatever happened to Harry Demetia? I remember him tearing it up for the Stingrays as an under 18. It's a good question. I do wonder with Demetia how much it's... I haven't watched enough of him since he's been at Collingwood to really know where he's at. But like if there's one area of the ground that Collingwood just have a shitload of quality, it's that halfback position.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
I remember thinking he went early that year.
Yeah.
I wasn't a huge fan, personally.
Yeah, I wasn't studying it in detail enough at that point to make a call on that. But
yeah.
Okay.
I think he had some nice traits, but like you could just... I felt it wasn't going to come together. And I wasn't the only one, I remember. I am a little blurry on exactly what it was. This was 2023. I reckon they got Tojiath and Demeter at the same time.
Yeah. That draft just hasn't really come together for them.
No. I think they were both 20s picks as well, like 23 and 27 or so, or maybe in the 30s. I can't really remember.
Yeah, that's an interesting one.
I think someone like a Will Hayes looks considerably more promising than a Demeter.
I agree.
Just to pluck a random one there.
That's what a strong draft overall can do, though, right? Like that 2024 draft was particularly deep, and they were able to find something. I remember when Will Hayes got called, like I don't think many people had him in their top 50 or 60 players. Like that was a pluck.
Who, sorry?
Hayes.
Yeah, it was a pluck. It was a bit of a surprise at the time. Yeah.
Yeah, that was an interesting one.
So to go through Collingwood's, Neil and Hogan are the most likely.
Yep.
Butters is listed as lukewarm. That's the status I've put it at. Same thing with Stringer. Kalshadir is the other big one. Like relatively big.
Yeah, Connors _5 here has just written, apparently Deer is re-signing.
Yeah, okay. There you go. First time hearing. I haven't heard anything up until that point.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know about that, but that's interesting.
They're monitoring Logan Morris. That'll be next year. Big question mark, that one.
Yeah.
Jake Rogers, I don't know if he's re-signed yet, but he's set to re-sign. Marcus Herbert's another a player they're connected to. They have missed out on Ben King, Bailey Humphrey, and Jed Walter, and Mitch Lewis. That's
the issue for me. They're not nailing those like proper marquee signings.
Yeah.
Like a Bailey Humphrey is like a proper big signing. As much as Lachie Neale he's a big name, he's not going to give you top level football indefinitely, is he? Like it's going to be for a year,
it's a stopgap,
2 at the max kind of thing.
Humphrey, I don't think was ever realistic for them. Ben King to some extent, yes. That's fair enough. But Bailey Humphrey was contracted for 2 years.
You were certain Ben King was going to go to them.
No, I wasn't. I said at the start of the year, that conversation was like my prediction this year, Ben King gets to Collingwood. And it wasn't too bad. He chose Hawthorn, but Collingwood was the other club going for him. Not a bad shout. I was never certain he was getting to Collingwood.
Not a bad shout, he says.
I think the connection was there. I wouldn't have picked Hawthorn as a side that would go that hard for Ben King.
Yeah, that's what happens when you got subpar position forwards, Jesse. That's what happens.
Dacos.
That is a bulle.
Where he does his best. He almost knocks out Lachie Schultz.
What happened there?
I think Schultz sort of slightly misjudged the kick. Yeah. Just hopped one in the noggin.
Came onto him just really, really quickly. What happened there? So DeGoey brings down Will Ashcroft. Ball gets to the outside. The Pies swarm. Beautiful kick. Sky Blue Hawk says, I'd trade Cam McKenzie for Liam Duggan.
Done.
That's a fair deal, if I've ever seen one. Oh, Schultz. Yikes. To Mark.
Sky Blue says I look like a guy who would wear a mankini to the beach.
That's fair.
Yeah, I get it. Is it the Borat lookalike thing again?
I reckon it. Would I wear an Essendon spray jacket? Charlie West.
Georgiades has re-signed. Yes, I did see that.
Georgiades is re-signed.
Yeah, he was out of contract. He was going to be a free agent next year. So West Coast was the connection there.
That's a big one for Port.
It is huge. So West Coast, I think, earlier this year, we're talking about they're going to have a raid in free agency in 2027. Chad Warner and Mitch Georgiades. Both of those are not looking so good right now.
Wow. I mean, maybe the latter is.
Georgiades?
No. Did you say? I thought you said that the other way around.
Warner? Look, I'm not particularly keen right now.
No.
But I also, you have to wait to see what happens there.
Yeah, you do.
But, I'm not at all, thinking...
Let's bring him in.
Yeah, nah, not at all. We have to wait and see.
The amount of trade rumours that I've seen on the back of that is crazy. That's where people go.
I know. It didn't even cross my mind, personally. But I did see that conversation.
Yeah.
Not particularly interested at the moment.
It's such a competitive market to bring those players in. I think that's where you're seeing. I do reckon there's an element with Ben King and Humphrey. They're looking at a Collingwood and they're saying, clearly there's big club appeal. Like the crowds are going to be massive, and if they can get back up, but you're probably looking at if you're a player, you're looking at the list and you're like, is there really a premiership in that side?
Yeah,
I'm not 100% sure.
Well, they need as Charlie Cameron kicks a nice goal. They need a few to commit at the same time.
Yeah,
that's their ideal scenario. Getting Zach Butters on his own, I think that's a tough sell. Mind you, they are getting nil. I don't know. I just think you need a domino effect of a few, and then it'll get easier. But you need that first one. If
you're a player and you're not forgetting money and you're just thinking about the project, who are you going to?
Out of any team in the AFL?
Any team in the AFL. Let's make a destination.
Well, the question is, am I good?
You're good.
Okay.
You're the best of the best. You're either the best of the best or you're a really promising young player who will be respected enough. You're a top draft pick.
Okay. Fremantle.
You've got, there's no expectation that you're not going to get a game.
Okay, Fremantle.
Number one.
Yeah, I think so.
Over Brisbane, Gold Coast, any of those teams?
Not necessarily. Well, yes, Gold Coast. I'd say Fremantle and Brisbane. Probably hard to separate those two.
I agree. I think they're probably the two most talented.
Yeah. And prospects and age demographic. I know Brisbane are old, but they also have great youth. There's no reason to doubt. There's no reason to expect them to fall off entirely.
Yeah. Winning club.
And Fremantle, at this stage, they're not a winning club outside of this season, but their demographic and just the way they run, I think presents really strongly.
Yep. Who's out next group? Who's in the next group?
You'd always be happy to play for a Hawthorn or a Cats.
Yeah, I was going to go Draper. Hawks, Cats, D's.
Yeah. A little less stable in terms of being that continued powerhouse, right? But right now, yeah.
Let's be honest. Of the Melbourne teams, it's the Cats, isn't it? Or the Victorian teams, it's the Cats.
Yeah, or Hawthorn.
Yeah. More so than the Cats?
I think the only thing that really separates them is lifestyle.
Yeah.
Cats have technically probably better performed. But Hawthorn also jumped up, so they've had less time. They dipped and came back, and Geelong have never really dipped.
This is where I'm trying to get into Zach Butters' head right now. To me, the one that makes the most sense is, if I was ranking them, Geelong the most sense.
Sure.
I'd say Hawthorn the second most, but they don't seem to even be in the conversation.
No, I don't think they're realistically going for him.
I genuinely don't know why Western Bulldogs are in the conversation, other than the fact that he supported them when he was a kid, which generally isn't a major needle mover in these conversations. So it's a bit of a weird one.
Yeah.
I somewhat get the Richmond one. Somewhat.
I think I'd rather go to Collingwood than Richmond.
I don't.
Yeah. Well, there's no guarantees that Richmond are going to jump up the ladder.
No, but there's no guarantees that Collingwood are either.
No, but Collingwood are a proven quantity over a period of time for being competitive.
Yeah.
And culturally pretty strong.
Culturally strong.
Richmond, like on field, are a mess right now.
Oh, yeah.
And we don't know if their coach is the right guy. You don't have that with Collingwood.
Yeah, that's true.
If you get in the game for Collingwood, you're picking them, in my opinion.
It's probably a fair call.
Also, I'm 32. So I fit better with Collingwood's demographic.
Yeah.
Richmond would sell me for picks to Gold Coast.
I think it's Geelong, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Unless you have concussion history.
Yes. That's right. What have we got in the chat here? $4 million. Yeah, I mean, the money's a factor, obviously. But, yeah, I was kind of just doing it on the project point of view.
It would. Big shot. This one, this would make it 33 points, which would be the biggest margin, I think. Oh. So behind, we're out to 28 points. And what is the current percentage gap?
Let's have a look. What do they have to do?
I'll just refresh. Current percentage gap is 3.2%. So that's bigger than at any other time tonight.
Where does that leave Hawthorn with their margin? And I know it comes into play, like
I think
the score as well.
Yeah, it does. I think probably where it was 50 points needed before, I'd guess it's probably like 60 now over West Coast. So not a huge.
But the percentage difference. Also, like a factor in the percentage thing is also
how high scoring the game is.
Yeah, like if you win by 50 points and you beat the team 150 to 100, that's not as good as beating them 50 to 100.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I think we can assume West Coast aren't scoring 100 points.
Yeah, probably. Because in that first scenario of you guys scoring 50 to 100, that's obviously that's good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Max Hansen says, still unbelievable that the Cats have never finished lower than 12th and they're the second oldest club.
Yeah.
Hang on. The Cats have never finished lower than 12th and they're the second oldest club.
Are they the second oldest club?
In
the VFL?
Yeah, well, them and Melbourne were kind of two.
Yeah, Melbourne was number one.
Well, how it started, because you obviously had in Victoria or in the area, you had Melbourne and you had Geelong as like two big towns that were next to each other.
This is big. Makes it 34 points.
Hipwood.
I mean, when do we get 12 teams though? Like the 70s?
But that's what I was about. So
not the 70s.
This is where I'm getting confused.
Mm.
Geelong never finished lower than 12th. Is that because we only had...
Yeah, we would have only had 12 or less teams for a huge chunk. When did the later Victorian teams start coming in?
Geelong have won spoons, right?
Don't think so, unless there's spoons that are included. Yeah, or they might have done when we had like 10 teams. Because there would have been a period of time where there was like 6 teams in the VFL, right?
So their age has no bearing on it then?
Not really. It only matters from when the VFL became larger than 12 teams.
Yeah.
And I actually don't know when that was.
But then their age has no bearing. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The fact that they came into the league in 1897 or whatever, or like they were the first team.
No. But when do you reckon we had 12 teams? Do you reckon that was like the 50s?
Probably. I'd have to look that up.
When did North join? The 20s or the 30s?
25.
25?
Yep.
Well,
the Geelong Football Club have won 5 VFL wooden spoons.
There you go.
1908, 1915, 1944, 1957 and 1958. Okay. I didn't think that they were a team that hadn't won a wooden spoon.
So then in 1958 we must have had 12-ish teams.
I reckon when I was growing up, North had won less wooden spoons than Geelong.
Yeah, okay.
It's probably changed now. We've won a few. But yeah...
St Kilda have won 26.
Geelong, I don't think... When I was a kid, and up until this recent last 20 years, Geelong were a bit of a basket case. Like, they weren't specifically known as a really strong club.
Well, yes, true. Like, not like today, I'm sure. But they did play in the 89 grand final, the 92, 94, 95 grand finals. So they were like a contender.
Yeah, a basket case was probably too strong.
Yeah,
but they weren't a particularly successful club at that point.
Well, they hadn't won between 63 and 2007.
Yeah,
so it was a 44-year streak. Yeah,
but you're right; they had appeared.
Yeah, like Gary Ablett senior,
right before the Gary Ablett junior times and like that 2007 flag, they were pretty bad. in like the lead up, like late 90s, early 2000s?
Yeah, so I started following in 02, and I reckon they played in a prelim in 04. They played in the semi-final in 05. They slumped to 12th in 06.
That's right.
And then 07, the rest is...
That was like the warning of like, don't sack your coach.
That's true. That's true.
And then everybody stopped sacking coaches, and it then worked once again with Damien Hardwick.
Yeah, and to some extent Nathan Buckley too.
Yeah, true. Gardner.
There was a bit of an anti-Simpson sentiment as well in 17. But we did play finals that year still.
Oh, true, yeah. Would he have realistically been sacked?
No, not from winning a final. But even I was pretty negative in 2017.
Even the umpires that love Collingwood can't get them a win, says Peter Dell. I haven't noticed anything.
It's 40 points, my word.
Wow.
Feels more even than that. But Brisbane are a very damaging team.
They've got the live ladder up.
Oh, okay. Oh, my laptop's in the way. Okay, we're looking at 3.8%.
3.8%. Oh, okay, yeah.
So let's run that into the ladder predictor.
Yeah, what do we do? I need to know what we're dealing with approximately from a Hawthorn perspective. Like,
Okay.
what if the siren was
If
to
the
go
siren
now?
blew now.
Yeah.
Oops. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Sorry. Can't work my own website. Okay, so the siren blows now at 42 to 82.
Nice pickup from Berry. Got out of it. Ugh. Wasn't a great handball from Andrews. Gallop.
Okay, so
They're out. Fletcher. He's had a tough year, Fletcher.
I'm going to lock West Coast score at 60, right? That's probably a conservative guess.
Okay.
And let's say Hawthorn 120.
Yep. To about 60.
They're still 1.2% short there.
Wow. So this is starting to get a little out of hand.
Yep. And it could get worse.
Bump West Coast down to 40. What's that, 80 at that point?
Yeah, 80.
I mean, that's big.
But it's also not the craziest suggestion. That puts Hawthorn 0.1% up. So we're currently about 80 points in the other game.
Wow. If Brisbane run away with this now and get it out to like a 60 to 70 point win, what does that do for you thinking about them as a contender coming into finals of just going, this fucking team is unstoppable and they can just flick a switch?
Well, that's true. I'm also thinking they'll get a home prelim because they'll play Sydney.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
So for all that poor form this year, like particularly in that middle stretch, home prelim.
Wow. That's the only... Lockie Neal's missed. That's the only discussion with the Sydney thing where, like I've discussed this with people over the last few days around, like, does Sydney, is there a world where they would get, like, somehow kicked out of the finals?
He kicked it out of bounds on the full...
Wow.
He's just gone from a +2 to a +1.
That's why he's only a +1 at this point. Those sorts of errors. He's actually made a couple of pretty bad kicks tonight.
Oh, Spinkscapes and I think Editing for Once were having a conversation about Lockie Burrows. He was really high on Toomey's ranking.
Yeah, he'd gone from unranked to like 19.
Yeah, okay.
I like him. I'm going to have to watch him a little bit more, Lockie Burrows, because he's been playing... For me, he's been quite hidden in this. Like, the school footy's not televised, right? Like, you can't get streams for it. So if you're not at the game in question, you basically... So I other than the champs, I haven't seen Burrows play between the middle of the season because I haven't actually caught a Wesley game.
Okay.
That's where he's a captain of that team.
Right.
Hasn't been playing for the Sandringham Dragons. He's in tomorrow. I'm going to be watching him down at Dingley tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
So I'll be looking at him really strongly. At the champs, he played like a sort of a lockdown / running, rebounding defender, and he's good. Very, very hard at the ball, very physical. Sort of has that dogged edge to him, Lockie Burrows. I'm a little bit surprised in the jump. Like, I'm not sure what it's like, where it's come from exactly. That he would
swaddling again.
Yeah, it was on the left. Yeah,
It's a pretty average kick.
Rayner. Unrealistic attempt for Rayner.
Yeah.
So the jump is big. Obviously, Toomey rates him. So fair enough. And, like, I reckon he's a good player. Like, he would... 100%. I'd have him in the top. I'd have him in my top 40.
Okay.
Where did I have him in my last 50, actually?
Let's have a look.
I reckon he was in there.
I reckon he was too. Just looking on truefooty.com.au's draft hub for all your draft needs.
Yeah. And since the champs, I'd have him up slightly.
You had 42.
42. I'd probably have him at 30-ish off the top of my head, and I'm working through that at the moment.
You had him one ahead of Garrison Ken. Have you watched much of Ken? He's been playing waffle.
Not lately.
I'd be surprised if you were watching the Eagles Resi's team.
I watched Melody and Gale's debut for Claremont.
Oh, yeah.
Their senior debut. They both did pretty well.
Yeah.
Particularly Melody, I thought was...
Gale seems to be one you rate higher than others.
Yeah. I just like the combination with him.
Good goal, Houston.
Beautiful goal. They're back. I like the combination with Gale of the sort of intense running ability and the fact that he's 190 centimetres.
Yeah.
And he's got good, like he's a good kick, a good handballer, can play that. He's a bit of a Dan Curtin, like an undersized Dan Curtin. So yeah, I like him. I like him a lot. I don't know what's not to like.
Yeah.
I think probably with that one, maybe other people are going, yeah, he's a winger.
Yeah.
He's playing most of
It
the
doesn't
wing.
have like that, maybe a dash and like real bite to
He
his
hasn't got,
kicks.
he's not explosive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that kind of makes sense, I guess.
Yeah. I'm definitely lower on, from a ranking perspective, like I'm lower on Steed.
Yeah.
Than other
That's
people.
true. And Snell.
And Snell, yeah. Like with Steed, he's a baller. Like he's so fun to watch. And if you bring up a clip of Steed, but if you start to like analyze him going into the top level, like I don't know how you take that. I don't know how a club risks that in the top 10. A 176 centimetre.
Yeah. What if he grew to like 182?
Oh, that's a big growth spurt.
It is, but
Jeez.
these things, that's a crazy. Is it McKenna? This guy's turned into a gun. I know he's always been good, but like every time we live stream like the Lions,
true.
he kills it. Like kills it.
He should be a role player. They always show this guy. Is he like related to him or something? He's been in every clip where McKenna.
Yeah, maybe they're related. I don't know.
They look the same.
It looks like he was mouthing in Irish.
Yeah.
Meaningless.
I actually missed this in real time. So Loman,
I saw it.
I thought it was Loman at first.
No. It was just like one step.
That's
bang.
ridiculous.
Ludicrous goal. After previously kicking one of the goals of the year earlier today.
That's one of those ones where the commentators would say, like, cliche that he knows where the goals are.
Yeah,
He
true.
didn't even look.
Yeah, he didn't look at all. That's a great call.
Wow. Conor McKenna.
Top of the morning to it.
Wow. Bailey. Zach Bailey.
Still,
So what are we back to now? We're 42.
we don't know where Bailey's going to end up yet. Sounds
He'll,
like
he'll stay, I reckon.
This sounds like there's a meaningful financial difference though between the two offers.
Well, makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Makes sense.
Dan Houston, you seen that pop up as well?
Yeah, what's the go with that? That
Kane
won't go
Corns
away.
is running that.
So what's that?
Kane Corns and Sam Edmund are saying, I keep hearing Dan Houston's going to leave. Someone else reported
So
that in
there's
July.
no club.
St Kilda was the only named club, I think.
Wow.
Which would be a strange one for St Kilda, considering like they'll absorb his salary as well. He's contracted.
How are they doing that?
I mean, I think as far as I can tell, people out of Collingwood will be like, nah, this is bullshit. But it is weird that it was reported by, I forget the name, because Dan Houston actually responded to the first article. He's like, who the hell is this to the journalist? Because I can't remember his name either. And then Kane ran with it and he's like, I keep hearing this. And then Sam Edmund's like, I keep hearing this.
Interesting.
That's about as substantiated as it is right now.
It does. It kind of. I mean, not that it's gone through or anything, but like it does show you how much. Like people give Ross Lyon a lot of shit, right? But when he goes to a football club, people get attracted to it.
Do you reckon that's what it is?
What else is it?
Well,
Why
it
are
could
people going
be
to St Kilda?
Houston is disillusioned, which doesn't seem right. Like he's playing well. I'd be surprised by that. It could be other things. And St Kilda are asking the question. That's what it could be. Not necessarily that Houston's like, no, give me some 11th.
How many times in St Kilda's history would they have been able to go after Tom de Koning?
Yeah. Well, never.
Even Sam Flanders, like not a big name,
Who's
but
the
like
biggest name St Kilda's traded in?
They didn't trade him Barry Hall, did they? They traded him out.
That's right. Same thing with Lockett.
Garrick.
Yeah, true. I think he was an All-Australian at West Coast.
Yeah.
Before moving to St Kilda. So, like, that makes him a fairly big recruit.
Big-ish. I wouldn't say massive.
I was before my time. So
like, De Koning is I know people will laugh and say De Koning's not the finished article. Like, he's a genuinely big recruit.
Yeah. Yeah, he's quite large.
Yeah. Not exactly what I meant.
Oh.
But, like, he has the potential to be the best ruck in the comp.
Yeah?
De Koning? No?
No, I just wanted you to expand on it.
Well,
I do get it.
Physical, athletic.
Yeah.
Can go forward, take a mark.
Yeah, just hasn't put it together for like a full season.
No, he hasn't.
But I get the point, yeah. Oscar's taken a mark. Good man.
You could give a few, like, to be fair, you could give a lot of players that mantle, like Luke Jackson.
Yeah, it's true. It's hard to imagine De Koning being better.
De Koning's a little bit bigger, though. He's a little bit taller than Jackson.
Probably. What is De Koning's height?
That's what I want. Is he a 205 man? He can jump. He can jump, and he's got like a genuine physicality to him. I'd say
he's 201.
Is that all?
Which is the same as Jackson, I think.
I think Jackson's under, or on.
Maybe you're right. I think Jackson was drafted at 199.
Who bloody knows though? Like we talked about this, they could be slightly off.
I don't think they keep.
I feel like De Koning's bigger than 201.
Jackson's listed as 199. Again, that might not be right though.
I reckon if I was to guess, I'd say both of those guys are like 2 centimeters taller than that. I bet Jackson's like 201 and I bet De Koning's like 203.
Yeah, you're probably right.
But whatever. So what's this got out to now? The game's over. I think we can...
Yeah, the game is over, but there's still intrigue in the margin for me.
Oh, massive.
Yeah.
Massive.
There's no hope of Collingwood winning now.
So then, you talked about how at the beginning of the game, they shouldn't, like you agreed that they shouldn't have rested players. Like, is that a loss for them now that they lose this comfortably?
I think I more said that that's their thinking and I didn't expect them to. But I probably also...
This is not a gotcha moment.
No,
I'm not trying to call you out.
No. Sure. No, I don't think I specifically said that. However, like I get it. So I probably would have said, no, don't, to be fair. No, I don't think so. I think you roll the dice and die on your sword. Like, fair enough.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah. If Dacos, touch wood, like if he were to get injured, then that's a bit different.
Yeah. I suppose I don't think you can't go into a game thinking you're going to get injured. I think with Dacos, it was more of a like, would he benefit from a freshen up?
Yeah.
Because coming from the wild card positions, you're not getting a rest.
Yeah. Depends on his how he's feeling, right? Like if he's fully fit and he's like, nah, boss, send me in, coach.
Get me in there.
Like you don't rest him, I don't
think.
He
does like his votes, doesn't he?
Well, that's true. He's probably going to break the record.
There is that narrative.
Yeah.
I find that stuff interesting because I sort of do agree. Like, I reckon there are some players that actually can just keep going. And maybe Dacos is that. So I actually feel I'm sort of with you a bit there.
Yeah. And they've rested Pendles throughout the year. Like I think did he miss the last two or just?
Oh yeah, Pendles is fine.
I think he played last week, mate.
I don't think I'd throw Pendles into that. Like I reckon Degoe's limping off. But he's probably missed football this year too, so he probably needs the run.
That's true.
Dacos is just that Dacos hasn't missed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I reckon I was surprised they didn't rest Bond, the Dogs. He looks like he needs a rest.
Didn't they rest him recently though? They rested him for Carlton. Yeah, they did.
Oh, they did too.
Yeah, he brought him in this week maybe.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah,
fair. I got that wrong then.
Yeah. We're at 48 points the margin. Editing for once, or Connor, sorry, says if you had to give comparisons for top 5 prospects.
Ooh.
This is usually on the truefooty.com.au website exclusively, but might as well.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, it's a bit of fun. Yeah, there's a lot more than that on the website.
Okay. Dougie Cochran?
Yeah, he's a hard one to compare.
Jeremy Cameron? No, I reckon he's easy.
Okay.
I reckon that's like the perfect player.
Do you see him becoming a potential midfielder though?
Yeah. He's played there.
So what's his midfield comparison? Bond?
Will Day.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe somebody like that.
Yeah.
Like a tall, lean extractor. Like Matthews is another one later in the in the top round. I reckon he's sort of in that
Will Day.
Tall, long, lengthy, lean mids. Draper. He has moments like that, Draper, that are just incredible.
Doesn't he? Yeah. Fair play.
Okay, who's 2? We've got Cody Walker. LDU.
Okay. Yep.
LDU. Explosive, good size to him. I reckon he'll develop, like he's already pretty developed now, but I reckon he'll get a little bit bigger and he'll just be that really sort of shifty, heavy midfielder that can be like an inside bull, get to the outside really well. Doesn't kick a ton of goals. I mean, he's kicked some in the VFL, to be fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, I reckon he'll be a 30 disposal midfielder, 7-8 clearances.
Yeah.
And have some electric eel-like movements. Number 3?
Don't go canoeing around this guy. Number 3.
We'll say Van Hatten for now.
Okay.
Van Hatten's tricky, actually.
I saw a comparison. Like someone on Big Footy was like, is he like the next Jackson? And someone was like, he's actually more like Tracy.
Tracy?
Yeah. Not as a ruck purely, but just like
I think you
that
could play him as
style.
a forward.
Yeah.
I think you could play him as a forward.
Yeah.
So like his aerial leap and his athletic profile. This is what, like, if you're wanting to know what it is about Harry Van Hatten that's elite in the eyes of recruiters, it's the athletic profile. Like he's got a 103 running vertical. That's huge. That's bigger than Natanui.
Yeah.
So I think we explored that on the show once before.
I think Bailey Williams matches Natanui though. Sometimes it's doesn't mean anything.
Sure. But this guy, guy can play. Like
absolutely.
He can absolutely play. He takes clunks. He at his best, he can follow up at ground level. I think that's like he didn't really do that much at the champs, and he can genuinely kick the ball.
Yeah.
So I reckon if you wanted to go, who's a key position player in the AFL right now that can kick it like that? I think you're looking at like Riley Thilthorpe.
Okay.
He's a genuine dart kicker inside 50.
Yeah.
Tim English is a pretty good kick for a tall.
Yeah.
And then probably some of the more explosive
nice
traits.
Goal from Rayner.
Yeah, gee, that's a beauty. In his cute little helmet, his little teacup beanie. So then you've got like the explosive jumping sort of, those types of traits of like a Jackson. He doesn't though, like this, and if you wanted to make that comparison to Jackson, he doesn't have that speed. So I suppose like the jump tells you that it's kind of there. Like he's got that like springy sort of athleticism. Like could you tap into that? I don't really ever see him sort of fully break away.
Yeah.
And I haven't in the second half of the year. So sometimes I wish you would see that with him.
Yeah.
And that gives me some doubts about him. But yeah, let's go a hybrid of Luke Jackson and Riley
Jack
Thilthorpe.
Dyer.
Jack Dyer. Yes.
Okay.
Archie.
That's not a bad mix. Yeah, Archie.
Yeah.
I've seen Toby Green's the one thrown up a lot. Do you agree
Toby
with
Green, yeah, like forward half contest winner. I think he's a combination of that Toby Green, like stay at home forward, and then probably I think the best one of how he looks to me is DeGoey.
that? Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bit shorter, but
He's a bit smaller. That is, 183 he currently stands.
Okay.
I do think, though, he probably ends up at like 185. So he ends up at that kind of Cam Rayner.
Okay.
I reckon DeGoey's 188 probably.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so I think he'll just be that medium-sized forward mid type. I think his posture and stuff looks a bit more like Toby Green. But he plays a bit more like DeGoey, I think.
Yeah, okay.
And he's explosive. Like he runs a 2.9 20-metre sprint.
Yeah.
He's got a good leap on him. I think I read the other day, actually, and I want to fact check this properly, but I think he won a high jump event at Brighton Grammar in their like athletic stuff.
That's a nice kick from Charlie.
Yeah.
Collingwood peg one back. Yeah, okay.
So he's got nice athleticism, and he's a total footballer. Archie Butler, he really is. He shapes games.
Yeah.
He properly shapes games. Gus Teixeira, 181 centimetre. He's tough too, because he kind of like he's one of those players that's really, again, a forward mid like Butler, but he's a bit more smooth. Like Archie Butler's got like a boisterousness to him, and it doesn't look as smooth as what Teixeira does, how he sort of cuts through, and he's got that really explosive sort of agility. I think Teixeira is probably Chad Warner-ish.
Okay, interesting.
Probably Chad Warner-ish.
Yeah, actually, either you or someone else has made that comparison before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do. I think there's you know how Sam Lawler has that real smooth quality?
Yeah.
I reckon he's a little bit of that as well, but Lawler's obviously like significantly taller than him.
Yeah.
So then I go to Warner's about 180, isn't he? He's
Ooh,
smaller.
Yeah. I want to look that up. 182 maybe?
182. Yeah, I reckon he's 180. I'll go 181.
185.
Warner,
Yeah.
is he?
Yep.
I thought he was shorter than that. Maybe Bailey then? Zach Bailey?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, he'd be around 180.
Yeah.
Good comparison.
They're my comparisons. Connor says, do you have any prospects from Melbourne Grammar or Scotch? Who have I watched at Scotch? Tanner Armstrong plays for Scotch. I don't think either of those schools had any real top prospects this year, to be honest. Like, not up the pointy end of the draft. I'll have to have a think about that one. Tex reminded me of Goulden, says Plasma Screen TV. Teixeira Goulden, interesting. He'd have nowhere near as good endurance as Goulden. Goulden's pretty quick, but he's like a marathon runner kind of thing.
Yeah.
He just like bombs up and down that wing. Like Teixeira would never be able to play that role. And Teixeira is significantly more explosive, like more speed away from the stoppage. Insane. I mean, Goulden would have good agility too, but he's got like that real gear changing agility to Teixeira.
Yeah, okay. I just saw McStay's injured, is he? Is that what happened?
I actually didn't see that.
Let us know in the chat what happened to McStay. I just saw an Instagram reel saying he can't catch a break.
I'm just having a look at the app. That should tell us.
Kareem says Cody Walker, according to his dad, is now 190.
190. Yeah, that stacks up. He looks pretty tall.
How many father-sons can you remember their dad playing really well? Oh, Cooper Harvey, obviously. Jackson Archer.
Oh, like ever.
Yeah, well, like current father-son, sorry.
Okay.
Where you're like old enough to be like, yeah, I remember his dad and I remember most of his career.
Yeah,
like
okay.
Brent Harvey and Glenn Archer, I'm guessing.
So I remember Marcus Ashcroft.
Yeah, okay. I only remember the name. I don't really remember him.
I was a kid then, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But he was in
Brisbane.
He was in the premiership teams.
Yes, I think he was, yeah.
Yeah. So, okay.
Sam Darcy.
Yeah, definitely remember Luke Darcy. Yep.
I like Andrew Walker's career. I remember all of it.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's weird that his son's now playing.
Yeah, 100%.
Or about to.
I just remember with Andrew Walker, he was just like, he had that like insane leap.
Yeah, that mark of the
yeah. Which kind of like when you look at Cody, they're different players. Like Cody's more of that, grab the ball from source and absolutely explode. Like I don't feel like I ever remember
some napkins though.
Yeah. I don't remember Andrew Walker ever like he felt more like a forward to me.
Yeah, I
watching
think so
him play,
too.
and
Yeah,
like his leap was sort of I think he used to be able to rack up the ball a bit.
Yeah, it was before my time of like being half intelligent in general, but let alone footy.
I know what you mean. Like, yeah, I remember he could play midfield roles, but I don't remember him being like as
I don't think he was a
dynamic in the way
forward.
that Cody is.
Yeah, I don't think so. Kate has a good one. Banners, as in Drew Banfield.
Charlie
Banfield, yeah.
No, there's got to be more.
Yeah.
So Harvey, obviously, like I remember Brent Harvey's entire career.
Yeah,
essentially, better than anyone.
Back in the late 70s when it started.
Back in the late 70s, yeah, exactly. You bastard.
Liberatore, do you remember him? I don't remember him.
No, I do. I remember being young and being into football, and I remember I do remember him, but I don't remember him. I never remember watching him play a game.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay. I think it was just before my time. Burgoyne's a good one. So is Jace Burgoyne Peter's son?
Oh yeah,
I think so.
true.
So yes, I do remember Peter Burgoyne.
Yeah, definitely. More remember Sean, but
yeah, Sean played later for sure.
Yeah,
obviously. Brandon says, "Damn, I swear, true footy curses games into blowouts." That's so true.
We do, yeah.
Well, except last week. Last week was amazing. Oh, and we've had two in a row. We had Melbourne and Freo too.
We had North and Carlton.
And we had West Coast and Richmond. I reckon our last three were close.
Do you remember North and Carlton back in the early part? Like that was a great game.
That was a great game.
We've had Sydney Carlton, which was a blowout.
Yeah. Every Brisbane game we've had.
Yeah, Brisbane, they
slaughtered Geelong and Sydney in consecutive weeks.
Yeah. And those games it's funny, all of the games that you'd think would be just absolute dog shit, which probably they still were, quality-wise, you'd think they'd be the shit games. And the Brisbane against other contenders would be good. And it's gone the opposite.
Well, when Brisbane win, they win big. They don't really win close games that I can remember. When was the last close game they won?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's heaps of examples that I've just blanked on.
Well,
but they smashed Sydney, Collingwood, Geelong, smashed Hawthorn.
They smashed teams in grand finals too.
That's true.
The Freo Brisbane thing is fascinating. It's genuine. The Freo versus Brisbane.
Oh, it's the grand final waiting to happen. I think it has been for a little bit, but now it's just increasingly likely, particularly with the margin here.
I'm super nervous now, though, that Brisbane won't make it. Like, they won't give us they'll get to the prelim, and then
who will they play? They'll play like Hawthorn.
Hawthorn.
Nah,
I think they'll win, but there's a world. There's a world.
Yeah.
And then
Pendlebury's off as well. Oh, somebody said that. Sorry, someone said that about Pendlebury.
You always get that in seasons. I reckon you never get, like, it's rare anyway that you get the grand final you really want.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, or at least the best two teams anyway.
Yeah. I always feel like there's always one little bump in the road.
Yeah.
And it spits someone out, but we'll see, I guess. Are we kissing goodbye to the Hawthorn?
If they have to play the Lions at the Gabba, yeah, they're pretty poor at that ground.
No, I mean for third.
Oh, well, I don't think we kiss it goodbye yet, but it's like it's on a knife's edge to be a chance. Like what's right now, I'll double check it actually.
Yep.
But I reckon you're looking at a 90-point win needed for Hawthorn. And that is possible. It is possible. It's a big ask.
But gee, you'd think that West Coast could just lock in.
They could.
For a little bit. Paul Colombera says Hawks are not good enough. There is a part of me that feels like Hawthorn don't deserve it.
Nah, I don't think so. I haven't really ever thought they were a premiership quality team this year.
Really?
Yeah.
I was a believer.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I just couldn't quite. I actually think Geelong is more of a dark horse.
No, I don't. I'm not with you on that one.
Yeah, fair. I know it's a hard claim to make, but I reckon we'll wait and see.
We will.
We will. Such a cop out.
Well, we'll wait and see.
I reckon they're hitting the straps at the right time, and I reckon at their best they're better than Hawthorn.
Ooh, that's interesting. I have really fallen off the Hawks bandwagon.
Yeah,
I just don't think they're it. I don't think the way they play is right.
Is that a throw?
It felt it, but it also was Lockie Neal, wasn't it?
I thought that was Ford.
Was it?
I thought he grabbed it out of the ruck. Almost.
Neal's hands.
Maybe.
Gardiner. Berry.
All right, so if we lock in this final score, which obviously there's a whole quarter to go, but though there's no more goals. The score will
no doubt change.
It might change right now.
Frampton All-Australian?
No.
Said no one ever?
I said a few Collingwood fans, actually. All right, so
I'm going to have to be careful tonight. I've made a few little barbs at Collingwood.
So let's say that this score stays the same, which is unlikely. Hawthorn win by 90 and get in by 0.3%.
Shit.
And so that's if West Coast only score 40 as well, which I suppose would probably need to happen.
Yeah. I think it has to be like that anyway. They're going to have to defend for their lives.
Yeah.
They got to hope that they don't get
have
Jake
to defend
Waterman
for their lives against West Coast.
Well, they kind of do.
Well, yeah. I mean,
you do
Waterman,
in that situation. It's another goal for Brisbane.
Another goal. He's kicked 3 tonight.
He's been all right, hasn't he?
That's true. Jake Waterman, though, is a massive wild card, though. He could kick 2-5 or he could kick 5-2.
Is he a threat, though? What's Waterman's greatest strength? He's not overly quick, is he?
No, he's a very good runner, though. He'd be one of the better runners at the club. So he covers a lot of ground. Yeah.
Do you think...
I say he's not quick. Like, maybe not like against a midfielder, but remember that goal... Oh, no, we didn't live stream it. Against Hawthorn, he grabbed the ball. Sorry, who did we just lose to? Collingwood. Which one? He grabbed the ball and did this like agility sidestep move, and then he ran 40 metres without bouncing it and kicked a goal. But like the actual move there was quite athletic. So his athleticism's pretty solid.
Yeah, okay.
He's also a pretty elite contested mark for his size.
Yeah, I agree with that.
His set shot kicking previously has actually always been a strength.
Yeah. He's been the finisher.
He's got the years
lucky.
now. And work rate, second effort. So I think he's a generalist, but he's very good at a lot of things.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I'm just wondering about who gets him. Like, it's probably Battle, right?
Yeah. I don't think Barris would be a good matchup for him.
Barris go to Job?
Yeah. Easy kill for Tom, I reckon there.
Yeah. Lockie Neal just hit up a nice little pass to Logan Morris. This is getting well out of hand.
It is. This will make it 71 points.
No, it won't.
61 points still. No, 61 points.
61 points.
Forgive me. 61 points indeed. It's a goal. Morris has kicked 3 or 4 himself.
Hawthorn. The draw last week to the Pies for Hawthorn
Very costly.
could come back to
Absolutely.
to bite.
Kate says his field kicking is good. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah,
he
it's
has
a good
any
shout.
clear weaknesses, to be honest, Jake Waterman. There's nothing he really gives up.
Yeah.
I suppose like his height is the only thing.
There's something about him that feels ungamely. Like, is he a bit of a funny sort of? Is his agility a bit poor?
It's not elite. As I said, he just did something really like impressive against Collingwood, but maybe his turning circle's not amazing. Yeah.
How tall?
I mean, if his turning circle was amazing, he'd be like all Australian every year, right? Like that'd probably be the one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you say? Sorry.
How tall is he?
190.
He's only 190.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what it is then. It's like at that height, you probably should have like fairly good agility, and I reckon his agility. But it's like you can make that work.
Yeah.
But
he does. I mean, he's been a gun of the competition.
Yeah, he just looks a bit funny. You know what I mean? Like, and it's not just the hair.
It's a bit unaesthetic, mate.
Yeah.
But like output wise, even this year, he's going to kick 50 plus goals if he hasn't already. I think he's on 49.
Yep.
49 goals, 55 or something.
Who would you take, Waterman or Larkey?
I would take Waterman comfortably.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah.
I don't know about comfortably, but I'd take him. And I think that would be like slightly controversial to some people.
I think definitely Waterman. But yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, okay.
He just plays in such a shitter team. I know you could say there's thin margins, but like...
Do you notice though, like what's funny to me, and I've brought this up with key position forwards before.
Actually, you're right. I retract that. Like he was All-Australian in 23.
He was better when we were shitter.
Yeah,
because
right.
he's more targeted.
I do.
Now that we've got more options, he's worse.
Yeah, that's a bad argument. I don't know. I guess I feel like Waterman really lifts us more, and maybe this is an intangible thing.
Yeah.
Whereas Larky's kind of a sharpshooter, if that makes sense.
Completely.
I don't know.
I actually think, weirdly, like with the way that Larky plays, like I'm sure from a like communications point of view in the club, just like Larky's a great captain. As in, like you can chuck him in front of a camera, he says all the right things.
Sure.
He's brilliant. Like I don't dislike. That's nothing about. Like I like him. He doesn't really play like a captain, and I don't know how much that matters. But you don't really get that. You don't get Patrick Cripps performances from him, and I know he doesn't play like Patrick Cripps, obviously, but like just putting the team on his back.
Yeah.
You don't get that. You more get like I feel like this year you've seen where you're like he's kind of just waiting out the back to get a
little cream on top.
To get a little cream on top.
He's not the cake that goes into the foundations of the house.
Yeah, and he's going to give you goals, and he's going to get into a lot of teams in the AFL.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
But like I don't know, you kind of want. I feel like in this North team, like as weird as it sounds, I'm like I want it to be like Wardlaw, you know, like that kind of player.
Yeah. 67 points is now the margin. Does Collingwood win the ball out of the middle of the ground?
Yeah, this is
Harrison finds
very concerning
Anderson.
if you're a Hawthorn fan. They wouldn't have banked on this. They would have thought Collingwood are going to push the Lions, maybe even beat them.
Yeah.
And Brisbane said...
We're at 5%.
Yeah.
That's massive.
It's too much. It's too much.
Also, like mentally for Collingwood, what's in it for them to really shave off this margin?
Exactly. And look at Brisbane.
Like Brisbane still know. They know they need
They know.
Yeah.
Look at them. Look at their running.
Yeah.
Collingwood are like, fuck this. They kind of are.
Yeah.
Maybe they can turn the tide a little. Like if Brisbane just lose concentration as the quarter goes on, but Brisbane have got 15. Look at Brisbane in 15 minutes. Give them 15 minutes. They'll kick 10 goals.
Yeah, a lot can happen in 15 minutes.
Oh, Dunkley, so good in the air.
I guess, you know, I was gonna like Sydney fans have more on their plate, but I was like, are they watching this and thinking, wish it was Hawthorn? They're probably too defeated, actually. I don't think it's.
They're not. Yeah. They are not thinking that.
Yeah, I don't think so either. As Hipwood wins a free kick in front of goal, this would make it 73 points.
If that was my football club in that situation, I would actually just be like, just give us give us our punishment. We'll take it all now.
Yeah, which I think a lot of City, as far as I can tell, City fans are feeling that way. I
don't think you're looking for small wins.
Nah.
In that situation.
Nah. Certainly not right now. We're still kind of like the epicenter of everything.
Yeah. Connors _5 Jesse says, does Zane Dersma have versatility like Willem, or is he a bit more low disposal, high impact?
Was that a question for me? Because I feel like it's a better one for you.
Okay.
Was it for me?
Well, no, not specifically.
Oh, okay. I would immediately say he doesn't have the same versatility.
No, he doesn't. I feel like North are a team. Like, we're bad for this. Like, we don't play players. We don't give players tests in.
Sure.
Particularly young players. Like, you've seen us go Luke Parker to halfback, Cam Zerha as a kind of redeployed as a defender.
Yeah.
Where's the versatility with the younger guys? Not as much of it. I mean, McKerch has had a little bit of a move around.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
She's all too.
Yeah, she's been moved around.
Yeah. Because he started as a defender when he was drafted as a forward as well.
Did.
So that was a bit of a...
Yeah, I just feel like with Dersma, they haven't wanted to pull the trigger much there.
Yeah, true.
Like, play him as a winger or something. Just give him a look.
So you might be heading to the Ds.
He might be heading to the Ds.
Expected to leave North Melbourne.
From watching Zane Dersma, honestly, like my takeaway is that he's just not, like, he just doesn't have the competitiveness and physicality to be like a really top level player.
Yeah. That's a shame because he does have...
He's
very gifted, yeah.
Yeah, he's gifted. Yeah.
I wonder what his price will be. Because I wouldn't be against us having a pop.
2 top 10s, probably.
Dylan, you can't trade rookie draft selections.
Yeah, a couple of middies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hipwood.
You can have our 2034 mid-season selection.
Jasper.
Jasper? No way. It's a terrible kick.
Yeah, it is.
But it looked nice.
It did. There was a bit of fleet-footed action.
She says, not the cake that going into the foundations of the house you're building. I just said that. That was a reference to like maybe even a month ago, we were talking about building the foundations of the house and like the cake under the cream and like mixing the metaphors. Yeah. So it was a bit of a reference to that. But I can't remember exactly what I said.
What else have we got here?
There's no roof on your cake.
There's no roof. The lid.
Draper. I find myself wanting the biggest possible Brisbane victory, and I just realised why.
You're sick.
I think that, I think part of it is twofold. One of them is like, I want them to play in the grand final against Freo. Yeah. And there's also a little bit of protecting West Coast where I'm like, let's make it so impossible for Hawthorn to win by 100 points plus. Like, make the target so high.
So it protects you.
But that was subconscious. I didn't even realise until just now.
It's very mean-spirited on Collingwood.
Yeah, they'll be fine. Like, they don't care.
Your relationship's so torn with Collingwood fans now that you just I'm out. I'm absolutely out. That reel was not real, post.
It would.
I actually
reckon.
It
was just poorly structured, the post. Mind you, it got 30,000 views. I don't know. I forgot to look.
Yeah, probably.
It wasn't. I genuinely wasn't clickbait.
I think it was fine.
Yeah,
I think
just
people are just
long.
extremely defensive of their clubs.
Yeah, like, 45,000 views.
It was a nice little flex.
No, not really.
I reckon that I do reckon there's a psychological sicko in everyone when you're watching a game that starts to blow out. You're like, how bad can this get?
Yes, I do love a record-breaking game, but when it's, like if it's just sort of labouring at about 45, that's shit.
Oh, it's
but
horrible.
if it's nudging 100, that's when it gets interesting.
Like those when the grand final's over in the end of the second quarter, like I'm like, how bad can this get? Like, could we get break records? Could we start to call this? Could we call this Sydney team the weakest grand finalist ever? Like, it's that kind of thing. You want those.
Like that was Port in 07. That was a record.
Port in 07. I know Sydney's weren't quite as bad, but
No.
it felt bad. Maybe they would. Maybe that's why like they annoyed me even more. The Sydney
Yeah,
ones.
because it was just nothing.
Because it was just a nothing game.
Yeah.
Didn't West Coast have a granny like that against Hawthorn? Where the
It
margin
ended up only being like 46.
but it was worse than that, wasn't it?
That's a good question. We got belted. I think it was just over early. So it just laboured for a long time. And I reckon we got a couple of late goals.
A couple of little cheekies.
Yeah, we did. Like McGovern went forward and kicked a couple of junk time goals and it saved us. Adelaide lost by more slightly the year before.
And it did,
year after.
and they were like
2 years after.
They were up to that in that game, up to their eyeballs until like the third quarter, probably.
Yeah. We were still in it at quarter time. That was about as far as I think it was the second quarter we got blown out of the water in 15.
Yep.
I'll never forget Luke Hodges' goal was right in front of me.
Really?
Yeah. Do you remember that like insane banana he
I was
kicked
overseas.
on the boundary?
I genuinely didn't watch that.
He was
grand
like
final.
right down there, and I watched that go through perfectly, and I was like, I feel like we're not going to win.
That's a sign.
Yeah.
Thomas Addo just says, repost the post at the full-time siren, actually. I reckon you should too.
Should I just share it to my story right now?
Just do it. Just do it.
I'm going to do it. Just no context. Just, that's good.
Oh, they look sad. They all look sad.
They're going to hate me.
It's kind of funny because I feel like we've been giving them a lot of shit tonight, and I kind of like this Collingwood team.
Oh, yeah. No, I have nothing against Collingwood whatsoever. Ed Allen, it's a nice little run, although the kick inside 50's poor. Oh, Charlie.
Westy.
He's had a pretty good game.
One for Rogie.
Yeah, true.
That's for you, Rogie.
They just kicked 2 in a row.
Yeah, that feels optimistic, but maybe.
Degoe had a shot in front of goal. I just can't remember what happened. Too busy
We're
rage-baiting.
we're locked in here, aren't we? Connor says, would pick 13 suffice for Dersma? Surely if he isn't getting a game, he can't be worth top 10. He's not getting pick 13.
No, pick 13, no way.
No, like second rounder.
Yeah, I'd say something in the 30s.
Yeah, if that.
At best, yeah.
Here's a question. Who would you prefer right now? And I think this is the sort of conversation. Would you prefer Dersma, I guess, what is he, 3 years into his career now?
Yeah, Zane, yep.
Yeah. Zaniel. Or, I don't know why I said that. Or Kobe Lacroix. Like similar type, medium.
Partial ACL tear, sorry. ACL tell. It's been a long day. We've been stacking shelves.
I swear we say that every post. We're like, yeah, long day.
It has been a long day, though.
Tough day.
Yeah.
They're all tough, Jesse. They're all tough.
Yeah, that's adult life. I don't really have a great read on Kobe because he hasn't played a lot.
Yeah.
But you'd have to go Kobe, though.
I think you would. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, just because we know too much about Zane.
So Kobe's not going to go. Like, I don't think Kobe's going to go before, the absolute earliest he would go would be pick 15. That's like draw the line. That would be, and I don't think he will. I'm just saying that would be the earliest. I think the ACL is going to have ruled him out for too much of the season.
Yeah.
It's too risky. He's a bit of a weird size, again, like Zane Dersma.
Yeah.
Good below his knees for a tall, and he could be like a tall, but I reckon he more likely goes 20 to 40.
Yeah.
Let's say.
Yeah. He's another one that you rank a little bit lower, but I suppose that's exposure as well, right? Like I've seen Kobe ranked. Even I think Felix rates him quite a lot, doesn't he?
I think Felix likes him a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I've seen anyone have him like in there.
I thought I saw a rating recently of Kobe being like top 20.
Top 20.
I thought I saw that. I could be wrong.
Interesting. I've kind of only brought he and Jack Pickett like back into my rankings.
Sure.
Recently.
Yeah.
Because I just wasn't focused on them at all.
Yeah.
But anyway, like I think he'll go. Like it's probably a 15 to 30 job for a Kobe Lacroix. Like, do you think?
I feel like he'd go later than that.
You think he'll go later?
I think he could. Yeah.
He could.
Yeah.
It's hard with those injury guys.
Yeah.
And he's a weird side.
I feel like to hold your position in an injury played top age year, you need to have been really exceptional. And I just don't know if he's
sort of level.
Yeah. Like Houghton dominated for at least like those 4 games in this top age year.
Yeah.
Right.
Even like I was going to say Zeke, because Zeke
sure.
went pick 2 and didn't play champs.
Yeah.
And Cochrane's in the same boat too, right? But they do have the rest of the season to play some footy. So I think that kind of helps them. Angry again.
Well, is that 2 or 3 in a row for Collingwood, which Hawthorn fans are licking their lips at.
Licking their lips.
Like Brisbane need to know that like they've still got plenty to play for here.
Yeah. They have just lost a bit of concentration here, though.
Yeah, which I suppose is completely reasonable when they're 10 goals up. I won't slaughter them, but I just think surely they don't put the Q in the rack. Felix has him at 20. Maybe that's where I saw it, actually.
Okay, okay.
Maybe that's where. Thank you for those pointing that out.
Yeah, I'd have him slightly lower than that, but he looks good. It's just we've only got like...
Oh, okay. So we're getting a scenario here on the thing. If it's a 60-point win to Brisbane, the Hawks need 97 points. Obviously, that 97 points depends on how high scoring that game is. The higher scoring, the more they need to win by.
Yeah. I think we've got to be real. Like a 97-point win, Jim McCreary's got pace.
Just really turned this on. But the kicking inside 50 has been poor tonight.
It has.
Like, it's not just good defense. That was just sloppy.
Was just a sloppy kick. Yeah.
That's been a common thing tonight.
Yeah. I mean, that's McCreary, isn't it? Like, I feel like he can do that. He can burst out. But he doesn't have that real deliberate inside 50 kicking. If that's Dacos, he just hits it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
What was your question to me?
I think I interrupted you to talk about the permutations. Were you talking about the draft still, Kobe?
Yeah. Oh, Felix had him at 20, yeah.
Yeah, you said he looks good, and then you started to say something else.
Yeah, good below. I was just going to say good below his knees. we didn't have to come back to this, actually.
With a yard of pace.
Yeah. Just going to do a little battery change.
Yes. Bit of possession footy intercepted by Crisp and Collingwood rebound. Suddenly they're the ones playing like they need to put some percentage on the board. They're probably more invested at this point on who wins between Collingwood and Carlton and Freo. Thrown Steele long to Charlie West. Doesn't quite bring it down.
Gallop. The horseman.
Blind kick, and he finds Houston. About 70 from goal. Chips inboard to Josh Dacos.
Would you ever go? Would you go to the grand final dressed as a? What are those things? The horse things called? The body, the
centaur.
Dressed as a centaur.
It'd be hard to sit in my seat. I need to get the row behind as well. Pay for 2 tickets.
2 seats at the AFL Grand Final.
Incredibly difficult to line up.
How much would that cost you?
Imagine you just had this horse's ass next to you.
2 seats next to each other? No. One in either row.
Yeah. On an angle.
Just so your legs curl around at the back.
In downward dog.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, dear. I think a grand final ticket goes for about $250. If you get it through
$250.
If you get it as a member,
than that.
No, it depends how you buy it. Because don't forget, you can't just get like general admission. But if you're like a member, which is the only, I bought tickets myself to 2 grand finals. I went into the members ballot. It was $250 for like the basic tier. Another goal to Collingwood.
Swaddling.
There he is. It cost $250 in 2018. You'd imagine the price would have to go up, but
yeah, right.
If you remember.
I remember
but most people have to buy packages.
Yeah,
and it probably costs thousands.
I don't think my sister, when she went, she wasn't a member, and I think she paid like $1,000 nearly.
Yeah. Wait, what, for how many tickets? One?
One, yeah.
Did you get any kind of perks, like grand final breakfast or like accommodation? Because that's usually how they package it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's worth asking that. Call it.
That was a while ago though. Like, I don't know. I feel like ticketing events, like for every event, like music festivals and stuff like that, and everything's gone up a lot.
Yeah.
So I would have thought that you'd be starting at like $1,000.
Yeah, no. I got both mine through the Eagles membership, and definitely $250.
Let us know. A few people saying that they've never laughed so hard. I assume that was about Jesse getting
really.
That was good stuff.
Thank you.
That was good stuff. You in a centaur costume with your back legs like folded across 2 seats.
You just the unlucky bloke next to the horse's ass.
Somebody like, can I sit here? So
and then
like, just cuddle up.
If you're sitting in the row behind, what do they say about standing behind horses? opposition team kicks a goal. Kick.
Look, kick the legs.
I've gone too far with it.
Yep.
But these are the things. Oh, the debrief has liked my story. The one I just shared. I just shared my post. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
I think Adrian likes the shithousery of it.
Yes. No, that's.
Mind you, they've kicked like 5 in a row.
They could win this. Brisbane have thrown this away. Chris Fagan is fucking pissed off. Look at him there with the headset on, the MCG branded.
In the last 10 minutes, it's 5 goals to zip. It's Collingwood's way.
Yep,
It was 75 points.
that is so Brisbane.
Yeah. That is not Brisbane all over.
That is side bottom. Does he give it to McCreary? Yeah, he does. McCreary's actually like on fire at the moment.
Yeah.
Was that? No, it's.
It was a weird question to begin with, the centaur thing.
Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that.
Would you go to the AFL Grand Finals?
Would you go to the draft for Leo?
Yeah.
Leo the Steedman. Connors _5 says, surely you wouldn't put a Lacroix over Noah Williams since Lacroix hasn't played. I would definitely take Lacroix over Williams. I would. Yeah. I just think he's got more upside. He's bigger, more athletic. Nice ball. Collingwood are going to kick another goal, Jesse. They're going to kick another goal. I thought saw another editing for one. Consensus, Milady is around pick 12, Lacroix is 27, and Williams is 15. I don't think Noah Williams will go that high. I think he's 15 now. Yeah, I think he'll be a bit lower than that. Maybe 20s. We'll see. Sheed from the Boundary says, what happens when the Eagles put 97 on the Hawks? It's a good question. As Membry kicks another goal, Chris Fagan is going to bust a testicle. He is not happy. Oh my God. They have just given up 6 goals in the last 5 minutes. Maybe it's 10 minutes. I might be over-egging that a little bit. What happened here? Brisbane look like they're still having a crack. My God. This is actually genuinely turning it into a possibility again for Hawthorn. Like, they weren't going to get 97 points. As Sheed from the Boundary points out, watch the Eagles do them. Sheed from the Boundary reckons the Eagles have got this.
Yes. You know, it just occurs to me. We're going to have Melbourne in the 4 at the time of that game. We're going to have Brisbane in 3rd. Brisbane fans and Melbourne fans will be rallying hard behind West Coast.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to hate us.
What's his name? Not Connor McDonald. Connor McKenna.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Melbourne fans and Brisbane fans are going to hate us on Sunday. They're going to be like, come on, West Coast. Why can't you... You know when with the Pendlebury game, everyone supported West Coast?
Yes.
And then you had Jasper Challoper chirping up on Twitter like, Marrick's so shit. It's like the first time he's watched the Eagles all year. And we're just copping strays because everyone wants us to win. They're going to hate us on Sunday night when Hawthorn demoralise us.
Well, and what they're going to...
Oh, great. Is that a goal? It is Morris.
Nice. That's what he can do. He can kick him at ground level and he can kick him in the air or mark him in the air. It's a great point, though, for supporters who don't watch the Eagles and then they tune into a game like that and they're like, fuck, they're shit.
Wow, they suck, man.
Yeah.
And Fremantle fans, I'd imagine, they already don't like West Coast, but they're going to be going hard for Hawthorn because they'd much rather play... Wait, no, hang on. Were they... No, they want Hawthorn. They want to play Hawthorn, so they'd be actually inclined to support us to play well.
That's actually a fascinating moral conundrum.
Yeah. They probably want us to play well, at least.
But I'm wondering, do they want to play Brisbane first?
The benefit of that is that then you get the Lions with a double chance. Meaning if Fremantle can lose that game, and they're fine.
You bring them to Perth. Whereas...
Yeah, true.
I don't know. I feel like the worst case for Freo is that Brisbane just win through to the grand final. That's true. Then you haven't played them. And then you're like, oh, fuck, I know we beat them in the season, but like now we've got to play them at the MCG. Where did they beat them?
Gabba.
It's a good win, isn't it?
Yeah, Brisbane were pretty poor at the time. I'm sure no one is expecting Brisbane to get rolled again in that way. Even at Optus, Brisbane would absolutely be a shot at beating Freo.
Yeah.
In fact, their form has probably been better, but I'm still going to tip Freo.
Oh, he's gone. Oh, DeGoey.
I think. Here we go. Logan takes the mark.
Oh, give it to him. Give it.
Oh, it's a hospital hand pass. Oh, Morris.
Well done, Morris.
Morris is too good.
Days.
He's too good. He had a couple of back after 6 in a row.
I'm the best young key position forward in the competition. What's happened to DeGoey's eye?
Oh, yeah, he's got it there, doesn't he? Or
The eye?
is he?
No,
I can't tell.
I think it was already there.
Yeah. Yeah, no, his eye doesn't get hit. First quarter, says producer. Thank you.
We've been really, really perceptive. That is a great little double turn on Joshy Dacos.
Yeah. It was a little pirouette.
Yep.
Part of beret.
Solemn Pies fan there with the old
7
spices.
for Morris.
7.
I thought he had 5.
7 sausages. 7, yeah.
Get a job at Bunnings.
7 sizzled sausages.
7 Sicilian salamanders sauntered saucily on the sunlit sidewalk.
What was that one from the Friends thing again? Something tuna?
And 2 tins of tuna.
2 tins of tuna. Oh, Collingwood again.
This is just end-to-end
To
footy,
go
isn't it? It's a goal. Jeez.
They needed that. Well, not them.
So McKenna has 4. Allen has 4. This is just a shootout.
It's a shootout. It's like the game last night, the St Kilda and Gold Coast game. That was just end to end. Nobody wanted to defend.
Yeah.
Wow.
My word.
Editing for one says a lack of athleticism and no real standout traits will have most players slide in a draft. Completely agree. I mean, there's some I think there's some guys that are really, really solid. See, look at I reckon that's Dyson Sharp last year. Dyson Sharp, no extreme athleticism, good contested inside ball winner. I think the difference with him, there's 2 things. He had very, very good size. Mm-hmm. So his physical size means that he can be I think redeployed into different positions if it goes wrong.
Yeah.
And the leadership,
yeah.
the character part of it. So Noah Williams probably has the character side, but I don't really what position.
Throw.
What position is he going to play?
I forgot the first part. Was it Kobe? Talking about?
Yeah, Kobe LaCroix.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, like an aerial winger or even just an intercepting defender, I reckon.
Yeah,
I don't think he's a key forward. Morris 8. Morris 8.
Oh, he's got it.
Oh
wow.
my God. Where's this put him in the Coleman? I don't think he can win it, but he might shoot it past Amos.
Oh.
Logan Morris is within 3 goals of Charlie Curnow.
Pick 31 in the draft.
He moves to 2nd in the Coleman with Ben King already having played and Amos is out against Carlton. So unless Gunston kicks 10, which I suppose we can't rule out, he's going to finish 2nd in the Coleman. Wow.
How far behind Curnow? He's a fair way, isn't he? Behind Curnow.
3, I reckon, at the moment, after that 8th. Still 3.
How long to go?
And Curnow hasn't played.
Yeah. Sydney might not kick a goal against us, though.
Late in the 4th quarter. Okay, good.
3
Just
minutes.
for my clip.
Come on, Morris. Bring it home. That would be the sort of small thing that would tip you over the edge if you're a Swans fan.
What's that? Losing the Coleman
Losing the Coleman as well.
I think this also suits Hawthorn with this going goal for goal because the higher scoring it is, the more it brings Brisbane's percentage down.
True.
So we said 50 points before we required a 97-point Hawthorn win, but that didn't forecast the score also getting higher.
It's a shallow 50-point win.
It might put it down to 90 or 85.
You're so right.
Which is, that's important.
It's massively important.
Yeah.
I feel like you could,
McCreary.
you could see Hawthorn winning by 80 to 100.
Yeah.
But that's it. They're not going to win by more than 100. Oh, come on.
Oh, do you remember round 4 against Sydney? Hawthorn aren't quite as potent.
I was going to say, Sydney were the most high-powered offense this season.
Yeah,
they were number one.
Yeah.
Who? The question is, I'm not sure Hawthorn actually have like a big key forward that's really going to hurt you.
Gunston. No, but I was taking the piss. But Gunston could easily kick like
He could craft his way to a bag of 9.
Yeah, he could. Second in the Coleman.
Yes. Draper. Come on, Brisbane. Come on, get it to Logan. Imagine stealing a Coleman.
Oh, Buddy did it in 17 or 16. Never over
How many did he kick in the last round?
8 or 10. But basically, Sydney were playing someone average and they were just kicking him the ball. And he took it from JK. JK played like 16 games and he nearly won it.
That would have pissed you off.
He did. JK kicked he played like 16 games and it was leading the Common until Buddy kicked 8.
Yeah.
It's funny these things that stay with you.
Oh, Leicester. Leicester's a good player, isn't he? Hipwood comes through. That's
Still
high.
time. Ashcroft gets the free. His kick is out wide to Lohman. They're at the top of the 50 here. Another shiner.
Oh, it's Morris. It's Morris.
Oh.
It's too much.
That was poor from Lohman.
Yeah, it was.
Rayner, though.
Rayner.
Nah.
Oh.
Morris. Oh, sorry, not Morris. Lohman. Or Rayner on the left. It's a floater of a kick.
Bailey.
But Charlie.
I thought it was Bailey.
Kick it. 153 plays 96. One of the highest scoring games for a while. And that's 57 points.
Collingwood really gave them a nice gear up for finals here. Tune up, I should say. I swear Dan Houston pops a finger every game.
Yeah?
Thanks for giving us that in the box, in the picture-in-picture there, Fox. We're getting the whole thing.
You're a poet.
Oh, it's not going
Spinkscape
back.
says was that against Carlton. I'm not actually sure, but they did fin. They won the spoon that year, I reckon.
It's not going back in.
Yeah, Wiedering? Yeah.
Yuck.
It was Wiedering 2015. 2016 Essendon. That's right.
Oh, Houston, God, get you off the screen.
Should we take this moment to just showcase the BENQ TK705 STI?
While Houston's getting his finger put back in.
So everyone can see what we're seeing. In 3,955 or 60 pixels?
3,800 and...
Is it actually?
Yeah, 4K.
Oh, okay.
3,800 and something.
Number changes every week, apparently.
Yeah, I think it does.
Yes, thank you to BENQ, who have supplied us with this amazing projector that just changes our game day experience, Dylan.
I noticed one Xavier Dersma.
I did see that too.
An ambassador for the wonderful people at BENQ.
Yep, absolutely. You can get $100 off if you're a True Footy subscriber, though, with the links in the description, and a further $100 off if you fill out a form to become a member.
Get around it. This thing is a game-changing experience.
It is. With a short drop. And what was it? I forgot the line. Smooth motion.
Smooth motion. Yes.
That was the one.
The one thing it's actually really good when you chuck it on, you've got like the remote, and there's a button in the middle. I think it's called like Keystone or something technology. I don't exactly know how it works, but you hit the button, and it just goes. So like you put the projector on,
It kicks a goal.
It kind of kicks a goal. Like it just like it sets the picture. Like it evens it out for you and goes like. So if you haven't lined it up like quite properly, you don't have to go, oh, I'm going to put it like a little bit here and a little bit here. You just go, and it sets.
Nice. I'm glad you explained it because for the audience, means nothing.
Doesn't really mean anything, does it? But yeah, like it gives you equilibrium.
Yeah, it does. Spinkscape says, it was 10 against Carlton, and he was 5 goals behind Kennedy. Kennedy did an Achilles, or not an Achilles, but he did some like ankle and missed 5 games and nearly won it. It would have just been amazing.
So 4K, Jesse, 3,840 pixels is the exact amount.
Okay, that's a number neither of us have ever said.
Yeah. 3,840 wide.
Or 13 seconds.
Oh,
Bailey, go back and kick it. Don't play on.
Handball it to Morris.
This kick could honestly be really important.
It could be. I'm going to be really honest with you. I don't think Hawthorn have it in them to beat up the West Coast Eagles significantly.
It'd be a bit of a surprise.
Yeah.
But it's still possible, especially when they've got a target. That's the thing.
They do have a target.
Like most games, they won't have a target of you need to win by this much. He's kicked a goal.
So
63 points. I'm gonna punch that in.
Where are we? Brisbane have kicked 16-6 tonight.
Collingwood. 15.
25-9.
Yeah.
Brisbane.
Well,
Sorry.
none of those numbers said 16-6. Yes. 25 goals 9. That's true.
That is accurate shooting.
All right. So 96 to 159 on the truefooty.com.au ladder predictor. Join the other 4,500 people who've made a account on truefooty.com.au.
Isn't it incredible? Like I think several times this season we had an attempt to write off the Brisbane Lions at some point during the season. Like there were still moments, even after the 2 premierships that they've won and never being flawless in any of those years. And they're now in a situation where they've basically got, most likely, unless Hawthorn do absolutely thump the West Coast Eagles, they're going to be riding through to a home preliminary final, something that they've never had in any of those other premiership years.
No. Is it a bad omen? Who knows?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. For the record, I punched in the final score of this game, and Hawthorn 130 to 40, hypothetically, so 90-point win tomorrow, puts them actually above Brisbane. They're both on 121.7, but they must, due to rounding, be slightly higher than Brisbane.
Right. So they need a 90-point win.
Yeah, but let's change that to
Yeah. So what's that
50
score?
to 140. I was 130 to 40. Let's change it to 50 to 140.
Yeah, they won't hold West Coast to 40, will they?
Well, let's say it's 10 points higher, it's 50 to 140. Brisbane finished third.
Wow.
So yeah, they have to win. They need to restrict us.
They have to win by
40.
90 points, and it has to be a low-scoring 90 points, which is harder.
Let's go something a bit absurd and go like 170 to 70.
Yeah, because you see in this game tonight, like the tricky thing is with beating somebody by a lot, where Brisbane had to put their foot on the throat tonight. It's so hard to hold concentration for the entire 4 quarters.
Yeah,
you're going to get, and that's that Collingwood just had that massive run on in the last quarter.
Yeah,
they couldn't stop it.
That's true. Like Harvey Johnston could kick a bag in 5 minutes.
Harvey Johnston could heat up.
So I did 170 to 70, and Hawthorn did actually gain even more percentage.
But that's 100 points.
That's 100 points and higher scores. So it'll be line ball.
You're paying $10.50 for the win.
We were just debating
that's
100
generous.
points, and now we're going to the win.
Liam Duggan out of the team. Is that significant from a leadership point of view?
We have 2 captains. That's fine.
Dos Capitans, I think they...
Like it actually could be. Who knows? Like in terms of defending and the defensive organisation, that's possible.
Who would Duggan play on? Would he play on a Watson or a Moore or something?
No. We put Hoff on Watson, I'd imagine. We haven't played Hawthorn for like 18 months or something.
Really?
Yeah, since like round 7 last year, if I had to guess.
Could play on McDonald. Moore?
Yeah, I suppose you got a few to choose from there, yeah.
I think it was the Moors.
Yeah. Is that a peep show reference? Yeah.
Okay, so your teams. You've got Bo Allen coming in for Duggan. And they've got Jack Dalton coming in for Jack Ginnivan.
Yes.
No Ginnivan.
No, that's true.
He'd be the sort of player that there'd be goals in him against the Eagles.
Yeah, true.
He'd love it. Maybe that's who Duggan would play on.
Yeah, maybe.
That's a fascinating... And that is the final game of the round.
Yeah.
7:20.
Yeah, people tuning in. I guess Hawthorn also look at that as a little audition for the qualifying final. I say audition, I just mean it's at the same ground. Very different challenge.
What an absolute ridiculous thing to say.
Oh, no, but travelling to Perth, they'll have to do it twice in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
They'll
get familiar with the hotel and all those sorts of things and the walk to the ground, etc.
Yeah, absolutely. I wonder where they stay actually in Perth. There's no point. deep diving this. I'm just like, don't know where they'd stay.
I don't know any hotels.
Neither do I. I don't know any Perth hotels that are near like Optus.
Okay. Spinkscape says technically 3840 is not 4K, it's Ultra HD. Okay. Yeah, fair.
Okay.
So true 4K would be 4,000 pixels.
Yeah.
Ultra HD. Glad we cleared that up too, Spinky.
Seems like a negligible difference.
Yeah. I mean, when you're dealing with that sort of resolution change, it wouldn't be. I mean, 4K, Ultra HD. I think it's both pretty up there.
Yep.
Streaming Eagles versus Hawks. We're not this weekend. We'll be back on Monday though.
Yeah, we'll be back on Monday, and then if Collingwood, we'll live stream a game next weekend. Ideally, I reckon Collingwood and Carlton, but that is, I suppose, not particularly likely. It could be Adelaide and Carlton, or Bulldogs and Collingwood. I suppose maybe Bulldogs and Collingwood.
Yeah,
I think the Saturday night one would be better, which I think would actually be Bulldogs and Collingwood.
I'm so hoping that it's Carlton and Collingwood.
Yeah, that'll be, and I reckon it'll be Saturday as well.
Do we give are we just saying that the Blues can't win? I think
No, I tipped Carlton.
You did. You went. Yeah, you went freakle.
Yeah.
So
Freakle?
yeah,
What's that mean?
yeah, just weird.
It's not a word.
What gives you the idea that Carlton can win that game?
I have reasons thrice, okay? And I'm kind of forgetting them. First of all, Marvel Stadium. I don't think Fremantle are amazing there. That being said, they beat the Bulldogs there early this year, but historically, they have had slip-ups at this ground.
It's a fast deck.
Yeah. I think most notably against St Kilda last year, they got annihilated.
They
But
did.
I just don't think they play their best footy there.
Yeah.
And we're talking about the best team in the comp. But still, Carlton, prickly opponent for them for a number of years now. Carlton have changed the way they play, admittedly. But still. I think it was fairly close at Optus, albeit I think Carlton shaved the margin pretty late. But it was like 8 points or something, or 14 points. And that was under Voss. Thirdly, in fact, there's 4 reasons. Or maybe we'll tie this into one. Fremantle haven't sent everyone over. Like Amos isn't playing.
Yep.
And I reckon the mentality of that also means, like, how motivated are they going to be? I reckon they're gettable. Carlton are trying to avoid a trip to the Adelaide Oval. They want to play the MCG.
Absolutely.
So those are all my reasons for tipping Carlton.
Absolutely. They want to set up that massive showdown. Yeah, it's tricky. Like there's a part of me that feels that the fact that Carlton have to win it against a bigger opponent, like that's going to trouble them a little bit
Probably,
too.
yeah.
But
they are a vibes team.
They are a vibes team. They're like, as much as they've changed the way that they play, like their foundations are still a contested possession inside team.
Yep.
So they could be a side that would match Fremantle in that aspect.
Potentially, yeah.
I don't know how they'll go outside the stoppage because I feel like Freo are just so bloody hard to stop
That's true.
when they get going. I don't really like the Marvel thing. I don't really know what that would be. Like, you know, when there's like things where like they don't play well at Marvel.
Like why?
Yeah, why? I suppose.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder if that's more of just a inexperienced team traveling to Melbourne and not doing particularly well there on those trips.
Yeah.
As opposed to like, now they are good. Will they just fix it now?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. How have they gone to Melbourne this year? So they lost narrowly to Melbourne, but they still played well. So
played
I
well.
wouldn't count that one too heavily. They lost to the Cats in Geelong, bit different. Also a long time ago. They beat Essendon and they beat the Bulldogs. That was a marvel.
Yeah, okay. So they haven't
had a lot of trips to Melbourne.
This is something that you've talked about a bit across the season, the fact that Freo haven't had to travel against top teams.
I do think they're the best team in the comp, so don't take anything away from them with this, but I think it's fair to point out that when they've either played the best teams at a good time or in Perth. So Geelong, admit they lost in Geelong, but then they beat them in Perth.
Yep.
They only played Sydney in Perth.
Yep.
They've only played Hawthorn in Perth.
Brisbane they played, but at a good time.
Yeah, like, let's be real. Now, I still think Fremantle win the flag, but let's call it what it is.
I used to be going with Freo win by a large margin. Might rein that in a
Ask
little
me
bit.
again grand final week.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah.
If they're playing Hawthorn, yes.
Yeah.
If they're playing Brisbane, no. We'll go with that.
Look, Brisbane are all or nothing team too. Like they'll win that game by 10 goals or lose it by 10
Well,
goals.
that's the thing. Like I feel like Brisbane and Freo going against each other, they'd be just punching each other in the face. I actually sort of feel
like one team will kill the other.
Do you?
But I concede it could be Brisbane. It could also be Brisbane.
I wonder if those two teams coming up against each other, like they would just adjust a little bit, and like you could actually see a bit of a grind.
Of course, yeah. Two high quality teams.
High quality teams, both like really good. Like you could see this big bash off, but I don't know what a bash off is.
It sounds vaguely sexual.
It does. Like Sarong and Hayden Young and Brayshaw just bashing up against Lockie Neal and Josh Dunkley.
Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah, they're going to have to beat off a lot of those bigger Brisbane midfielders too.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
It's a long shot.
Yeah.
It's gross.
That's good stuff. What have we got here in the chat? There's murmurings. Chris says dogs can't beat Melbourne? ?
I'm being a jerk. They can, but they shouldn't, based on logic. Now let's talk about it like normal adults.
Yep.
They beat them once.
They did beat them this year, yeah.
They're capable, even though they're not reliable, the Bulldogs. And when I say reliable, they did go through a patch of like beating teams, and some of them good teams as well.
Mm.
But they've also shown a capacity to drop their bundle this year.
Yeah.
Most notably against Geelong, Adelaide, Sydney. And there's also the MCG factor. Melbourne's not playing at marvellous times at the G.
Yep.
But I don't think you can rule the Dogs out.
Yeah. I feel fairly confident that Melbourne are on this wave heading into finals, that they will be pretty hard to stop.
No Van Rooyen, bit of a...
Yeah, that hurts
factor.
A little bit.
It
does hurt because I think that's probably with my check going down, that becomes a genuine point of weakness for them.
I think the D's win, but I don't think it'll be one-sided. I think it will be a scrap.
Yeah. I feel like someone like the D's have just still got too many good players that can take it away from the Dogs, the Cozzy Pickett's and Max Gawn's kind of been a bit of a, like, I'm not letting us lose this year. The Van Rooyen thing is actually, I think that's a bigger deal than what people are making it out to be. I saw something today where, I can't remember who was talking about it, but they were saying that, like, you know, it's kind of a role-dependent thing what Van Rooyen does. And I'm like, yeah, but like when you've lost my check as well as Van Rooyen, then now you're trusting Jefferson and Petty to basically be your key position forwards. Like they're going to probably have that, particularly the older players. I reckon they're going to have that thing like we're going back to like the Simon Goodwin era now. Like it's the old school where we don't have any forwards, we can't kick a score.
Yeah. Do Melbourne have to make a prelim? No, they have to make a semi for Van Rooyen to play again.
Round
24
it was upheld, yeah.
Wild card. Well, it depends if they play wild card because they probably won't.
No.
So if they don't play in a wild card, he's not back to a prelim.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And you could already be out by then.
Exactly. Yeah. In fact, I think decent chance they'll be out by then. Personally.
You don't like them, do you?
No, I do like them. I just think that when you get... it depends who they get.
Yeah.
So...
I think there's an argument that they're the third best team in it. They're better than Adelaide.
Yes. Well, would we have said that like 6 weeks ago?
That Melbourne are better than Adelaide?
Yeah.
No, we wouldn't, but it's changed.
Yeah, but form goes like that.
Form goes like that.
We haven't seen him in a final yet.
Quality is eternal.
Have they clearly got Adelaide covered? I reckon that's pretty even.
I think the way that they play, like they're more dangerous. That's what I mean. I mean, there's that sort of log jam in the middle of the eight, but like they're a more threatening team to the top teams. Like,
fair. You
know, when I said before, we were talking about every year in the finals, like someone gets knocked off. Like you never get the two teams that you want. Like Melbourne are that danger team for me that could knock a big dog out, just punch him in the face.
Yeah. We need to work out who they're going to play. Let's quickly do it.
Yeah.
All right.
This year I sniff an up. I reckon Freo and Brisbane will probably win through to their respective prelims, and then I reckon we'll see some sort of a wild upset in the prelim.
I'm going to rattle through the rest of this round, and in fact, you just tell me your predictions, and I'll tell you if I agree. Carlton versus Freo.
Okay. Freo.
Okay, I already have that punched in. Actually, strangely, Melbourne to beat the Bulldogs.
Yep.
Melbourne. Geelong to smash Richmond.
Yeah.
I got 70 points in there. Adelaide to beat GWS. It's a curly one, but you probably just got the home favourite there, don't you?
Yeah.
for the purposes of this.
Doesn't smell normal.
I don't think it changes their ladder position though. Does it? I think they're going to finish 7th even if they lose.
That's not locked in if the others lose, but if the others win, sorry.
No, they're already. Adelaide is 7th now. If they lose,
but Melbourne will go there if they win, and Melbourne lose.
Melbourne are already higher.
Yeah, but if they lose to the Dogs.
Sorry, yeah. But yeah, okay. Well, we've just assumed that Melbourne win.
Yeah, okay, sorry.
So yeah, let's just leave Adelaide as a win because it actually doesn't matter in this scenario.
Yep.
Essendon Port doesn't affect the finals. I've tipped Essendon.
Sure.
So we can just leave that because it's irrelevant. Sydney, I tipped North, and it doesn't actually impact the ladder, so we can just leave that.
Like I said, 80 points. I'm kidding.
All right, what does impact is you tell me the score for West Coast and Hawthorn.
Hawks by 47.
Yeah, give me the score.
I'm
going to make you do the math. 51-98.
Yep, there we go.
All right. So we're going to go through the finals bracket. All right. Adelaide host Carlton. Adelaide Oval.
Adelaide host Carlton. Adelaide.
Surely Adelaide, yep. Collingwood and the Bulldogs. MCG, wildcard.
Collingwood.
I think that's fair. All right. Freo host Hawthorn qualifying final.
Freo host Hawthorn the qualifying final. Freo.
Brisbane to beat Sydney.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's safe. Okay, Melbourne v Collingwood at the MCG.
Melbourne.
I'm happy with that too. And then Geelong hosting Adelaide at the MCG. That's pretty 50-50. I'm going to go the Cats personally. But I reckon Adelaide could win that.
They could.
All right. So this is interesting.
So where are we up to now, semis?
Semi-final, Hawthorn v Melbourne. Melbourne have smacked him up twice.
I'm licking my lips. I actually literally was. I got dry lips. Melbourne.
You reckon Melbourne beat them?
Yeah.
I mean, it's fair. I just wonder if in the finals, Hawthorn might play better.
They might.
But let's go for it. And then Geelong to beat Sydney at the SCG.
Geelong to beat Sydney at the SCG. Yes.
Yeah. I could tell you just had to think about it.
My brain just switched off.
You just needed to connect to the Wi-Fi. That's what was happening. It's like North will win easily.
Nothing was grabbing. You were just like, it was like just a mash of words.
Yeah. North to win easily, and then the Cats though. Okay. This I reckon is a potentially curly prelim for Fremantle. They've got the Cats. Now, on performance this year, there is a gap there. I think the Cats, though, in finals will be tougher than they were in the home and away season.
Yeah. And
I just think it's a banana skin prelim.
This is I think this is a coach thing too. Where I think that Chris Scott's got levers that he can throw at Justin Longmuir that his team can't pull him out of, maybe.
Yeah, fair.
That's maybe a factor here.
Yeah.
Freo.
You have to go Freo. I just think that's actually just a more prickly prelim than than a non-top 4 team opponent would be.
Well, the question would
be
there, it's going to be one of these sorts of teams. So, would you prefer Geelong or would you prefer Hawthorn?
I actually think
that's not the matchup, but
if I'm Freo, I'd prefer Hawthorn.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But the D's beat them anyway, so.
Yeah, that's exactly right. But also relevant, which side of the fixture you end up. So the Cats are lucky that in this scenario, they go to the SCG in week 2.
Yeah.
Whereas that could have been Hawthorn at the MCG.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, the Lions and the Demons at the Gabba.
Lions.
Yeah. But you got the D's in a prelim, which means Van Rooyen plays again. You heard it here first.
He plays again.
And then who wins the grand final? Fremantle host Brisbane. Brisbane haven't won a premiership in their red Fitzroy jumper with this group.
That's a shocking incident.
Fremantle have never played in the grand final in purple.
No, it was white last time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to go Brisbane.
Yeah?
Brisbane to win the grand final.
Okay. Fair. So what would I do differently? Probably not much. I reckon, though, I just reckon in a semi-final the Hawks might actually do.
You reckon the Hawks might win?
Might be against the Demons. That's a tough one. I just think you'll get a different game.
Yeah.
In the same way, I think Geelong will come good in a way.
Well, basically now with Sydney in the top 4 with everything that's happened, one of the teams outside has to come in. Like one of the teams that is finished lower than 4 ends up in a prelim.
Yeah.
Like
the Cats kind of makes sense. Or in this scenario, actually, you had the Demons as well. You had the Demons and the Cats.
We had the Hawks and the Swans going out.
Yeah, so you had the Hawks straight sets.
The Hawks straight sets.
That's your prediction, not mine.
Yeah, that's a big turnaround for me, isn't it?
Yeah,
I mean, like, they're small. Like, them playing Melbourne, it's not
it's unlucky, isn't it? I suppose, for the Hawks, right? To get a team that's smacked you twice.
Yeah. Is it unlucky or is it just... It's on them, isn't it?
Yeah, but on which side of the fixture you end up.
That's one thing I wanted to explore quickly. What's the difference for Freo and how their draw could look, whether they play Brisbane or Hawthorn? Because that's still live. If the Hawks were to smack up the Eagles on Sunday,
let's do it.
Like what can that do to Fremantle?
Okay,
like
let's say that as I go back to round 24. Let's say Hawthorn win by 120 tomorrow and they finish third.
Mikey actually just said in the comments, Hawks really choked a free prelim at the G last week. Makes a good point.
Yeah.
I think that draw is going to come back to hurt them.
Yeah. So, okay. The wild card stays the same. So Fremantle would play Brisbane in week 1.
Yep.
Who would you tip?
So I tip... the difference here is I'm tipping Brisbane to beat Freo on the G on grand final day.
But you tip
versus
Freo.
Now we're at Optus. But what do I do? Like I still feel like it's a genuine 50-50 game.
But Brisbane also lost the qualifying final last year to the Cats and then turned around like 100
Doesn't mean they're going to do that again though.
No, but there's a precedent for them like not winning the game that's not a knockout.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
They might just decide to fuck up the Dockers though because they got them last time.
Yeah.
They do what they want, Jesse.
Let's do both scenarios. Let's stay Freo win this game.
Yep.
And then Hawthorn beats Sydney. So that bypasses Hawthorn into the home prelim.
Home prelim.
In the other scenario, we had them in straight sets.
Wow.
So then Brisbane host Melbourne at the Gabba in the semi.
Yep.
We'll go Brisbane again.
Yep.
Okay. That sets up the same Fremantle Geelong prelim because Geelong still go through Sydney.
Okay. So it doesn't change anything for Freo up until now. Up until the grand final.
Yeah, assuming they win both qualifying finals. But Hawthorn v Brisbane at the MCG. Still tipping Brisbane?
Hawthorn versus Brisbane at the MCG. We're tipping...
I think Brisbane.
Yeah, we're tipping Brisbane.
Okay. So the only way that prelim changes is if Brisbane beat Fremantle in week 1, then Fremantle host the D's at Optus. I think you still got to go Freo.
Yeah.
Then that means that Hawthorn would host Fremantle at the MCG.
Yeah. So Freo don't want Brisbane. They don't want them in week 1.
No, it's right.
Yeah, they don't. Because that's what we were discussing before. Well, like, is it somewhat actually better for them to get Brisbane? I think them getting Brisbane in week 1 of the finals is the only scenario.
It's the biggest threat.
It's the biggest threat where they could somehow like bow out in straight sets as well.
Because
the Melbourne game, there would be genuine pressure on them then. If they lost to Brisbane...
I think they would kill Melbourne in a semi, personally.
Even if they just lost to Brisbane?
Yeah.
God, you love this team.
You
love this team.
Nah. It's just
you don't think there would be any fragility or any demons over that?
I think the Demons would also be fragile.
Yeah. You're probably right.
I think this Fremantle side is pretty resilient. I don't think the Demons are the one who's ruined it for them. Hawthorn at the MCG in a prelim, I still think Fremantle's comfortably better, but you couldn't say that Hawthorn are no chance.
Because of the ground.
Yeah.
The occasion.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fascinating.
I mean, their finals experience would be fairly similar. I suppose Hawthorn have a few traded in players that played in finals too. Well, pretty much Tom Barras, actually, now I think about it. Anyone else? Oh, Ginnivan's a premiership player.
Battle.
He played many finals?
Oh, finals, sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you were just saying players they traded in. St Kilda famously.
Yeah, no finals. Well, no, he would have played a final. They made finals in 23 and 20.
Yeah.
So he would have played a couple of final series, but not many finals.
Yeah. I feel like Battle's kind of one of those guys. Like, he's pretty rock solid. He'll be all right.
The Plasma screen says, what happens if the Hawks win week 1 of finals? Well, we've got 3 different scenarios here. So in the latest scenario, Sydney will be playing Hawthorn.
But
There's no way, even a fully fit Sydney doesn't beat Brisbane in week 1, in my opinion. I say fully fit, I just meant fully available.
Just be with me for a second here, Jesse.
I'm so locked in right now.
Hawthorn go to Perth week 1.
Yep.
They beat West Coast by 35 points on Sunday.
That'll make our season highlight DVD. Only 6 goals.
They head over to maybe they stay there. I don't know.
No,
because that's a
in
wild
between.
card. Yeah, sorry, I forgot about that. Maybe they stay there. Anyway, they just go. We're in this for the long haul. Go to the finals. They rock up to Optus Oval. Wharfie time. Dockers
in Carlton.
What did I say?
Optus Oval.
God damn it! I'm tired. Optus Stadium.
Yeah.
And they
lather themselves in glory.
They land one on the Dockers.
Okay.
And win by 11 points.
You could have said that sentence so much shorter. What if they won week 1?
I wanted to make dramatic effect, and I just sort of got lost.
They lather themselves in glory. Okay. So
I know I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna go. They won't. They won't.
No. But I'm hoping there's more to the scenario.
Just Brisbane beat Sydney.
Yeah.
Hawthorn and Brisbane now control the home preliminary finals.
Yeah.
From there,
The Dockers would go to the Gabba, I reckon. Then
the Dockers would play Melbourne first, right? They would still.
They would. Yep.
They would play the D's. They beat the D's in the next game.
Yep.
And then, as we said, they would head to the Gabba to play the Brisbane Lions. That's a bit more scary.
Yeah, that's not the scenario they want to be in. Obviously, I think they play that ground relatively well, not just this year, but I think there's been a while. I think there was a lot of years where they didn't go to the Gabba. But I seem to remember when they were shit, they were still playing well at that ground. But maybe that's a bit of a long bow to draw.
I think so.
Yeah.
Could they beat the Lions at the Gabba?
Yes.
Absolutely.
But obviously, it's not the prelim you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the other one would be Hawks and Geelong in the other prelim.
Oh, fucking hell.
I'm tipping the Cats. In that scenario,
Yeah.
then we have the same grand final as last year.
No.
That seems so unlikely right now, doesn't it?
That's great. Can you imagine, though, then? Like, see, a Freo Geelong grand final in that scenario, that feels good for Freo.
For sure.
But at that point, in fairness, they've kind of like, they've ticked the box, which is to beat the Lions.
Yeah, so it'd be surprising if they went down to the Cats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is a part of me, though, that feels like the Lions are a bigger challenge to the Dockers at the G than they are at the Gabba. I know that's feels a bit redundant, but like...
I think you just put them at the same.
Yeah, maybe. That's probably more reasonable.
I think it's just those commanding grand final performances you've seen that make you think
it does.
the occasion. But
It
I mean,
does.
a prelim's also an occasion, right?
I've seen Brisbane, as I know they lost to Collingwood in 2023, but I've seen them rock up to 3 grand finals and give a serious account of themselves in all of those.
Yep. It's true.
Yeah. I can't get that out of my mind.
No. All right, Kylie.
Oh, yeah, I just can't get yeah. Yeah.
Great song.
Okay. Should we wrap up?
We shall.
We've been going
It's nearly
a long
11
time.
o'clock. Shit.
It is nearly 11 o'clock. It's been fun.
It's
been
been
fun.
great.
We are going to be back, though, guys, on Monday for our normal podcast. So come and join us then. Ask us all the questions. We'll be hanging out. We've got a few videos coming out this week too, Jesse. We
haven't filmed them yet, yes, but we're going to do a draft Q&A as well.
Draft
so
Q&A.
keep an eye on the YouTube post tab.
Yeah.
Of the True Footy.
And then
YouTube
chuck some questions. Get them ready. Put them in your notes.
Yeah.
And then paste them in.
Yeah. Fraser says commentary box of this game absolutely disrespectful to the Eagles. You talking about us? Because I've been hanging shit on West Coast all night.
Oh, you've been actually terrible. You've been absolutely terrible. It's so funny. You always get accused when we're talking Eagles that I'm the you're like, who's the real fan? People say, who's the real fan?
Yeah.
It's me.
Yeah, clearly. Yeah, I guess so. I do make a channel on them, so I win.
Yes, you do.
But I think mine's more of a dismissal of them than a lack of intimacy.
Yeah. I mean, they're not
sense.
very... There's an industry term. They're not fuckable.
That is what they say in the AFL YouTube scene. You heard it here first.
Yeah, I do try to needle you though to try and get you to say that they're good, because I know that if I can push you just far enough that they're terrible and they're awful, and you'll bite back.
Fair, yeah.
I like that.
Whereas you give me so many, like every now and then you just give me this pro North soundbite.
Yeah, I do. Every now and
you
then.
love to dangle that out there.
Yeah, I'm like that.
I mean, I tip North, but I'm still making a note of you saying you're going to destroy Sydney.
Do it.
I don't think they're. I don't think their best 23 they're going to put out there is that bad. What's hard to quantify is mentally where they're at.
Yeah,
that's
completely. I mean, it's not. It's not. Their 23 is not terrible. It's just lost all its star factor players that can take the game away from us.
Yeah,
is what I genuinely think, and I think the way we're playing at the moment, I think we've probably got more star factor players, although they're younger at the moment. With those two lineups,
there's a little part of me that just wants you to get annihilated.
Yeah, I know. I know you do.
It would be so funny. I like North. It's just this. I like the banter of this.
Yeah.
That's all.
No, I'm being a dick. I know I'm being a dick. We'll wrap up. So one more time, the BENQ. We've got to shout out this beautiful projector. It's actually funny because we're talking here, Jesse, and I just can't keep my eyes off Benny. I
love you, Benny, with all those pixels. Interrupt me, please stop.
Yeah, that's good. The 4K. So we've learnt tonight that 4K is actually around 4,096 pixels. 4K DCI. I did forget about that. Ultra HD being 3,840 pixels. That is what the BENQ delivers. The DCI version, the 4K, the proper 4K, Jesse. And this thing is a delight to be with.
It is. It makes these lonely nights go by so much quicker.
It really
what am I saying?
It does though. It actually does. It's a treat.
Yeah.
A real treat. So treat yourself. There's codes in the description of the stream. Are there not?
Not codes.
Oh damn.
Links though.
Links.
Yeah. Just have a look. Just have a look. This is how we watch the footy now.
That is.
Using various codes and
we better wrap up before we actually die.
Go insane.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening here. All right, we'll be back on Monday. Be with us there. We'll see you in the next one.
See you guys.